Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I'm Badger back for some more League of Legends action. It's my first cast of the Season 12 season. I'm excited. This is our third series of the season. A little sad I could not do either of the first two, but alas, BTS Pro Series called. But regardless, we had a great start to the season so far. Two banger opening series. But this is my first series. This is where it's fun time because we've got the Sassy Cephalopods on the Radiant squad and Cello's Pizzeria on the Dire squad. Both sides have a good number of Lads veterans. It is 10 Lads veterans in the lobby, all of varying degrees, some with more experience than others. The two big names that come to mind, though, are Hobbs and Colonel Squid, both League of Lads champions. Squid won season 8 with the Nebula squad, and Hobbs won the most recent season with Mabush. So again, two Lads champions in Assad. And again, they're joined by the League of Lads panel voter, number one rated 5 support in the league of last season, the position 5 MVP Alaska. So very strong 3-player combination there. And they are joined by Bloom and Redbot, aka Sacred, who again, both respectable players, both solid players at their position. So a very strong side there on that Sassy Cephalopod side. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, again, a lot more Lads veterans. It's Cello's Pizzeria again. Another Cello Mellow team here. This guy who's made the grand finals of Lads, I believe, at least once, maybe twice at this point. Been around a number of different teams. They've got Fox, who again, another very highly rated 5 support. They've got Jinx, who is, again, basically the perennially underrated Lads player every season. Very good 4 support player. Has made a number of deep playoff runs. Been on a number of different good Lads teams. They've got Afterglow again, returning, playing some carry. And again, another respectable carries. A lot of very good carries this season. Afterglow certainly one of them. And in the mid lane, it's Turtle, who, again, I believe this is Turtle's second Lads season. And again, he's back again to own the middle lane. Again, he's down a bit in terms of MMR, which certainly helped for the signups. And again, if Turtle can regain the form he had about 6-9 months ago, then this Cello's Pizzeria team is going to be real dangerous. I did play Cello's Pizzeria in a scrim. They're good. I can confirm Cello's Pizzeria, good team. Jinx in particular gave me a lot of fits, but what can you do? We are going to move on over to the draft in question. However, I believe I actually may have a co-commentator. I'm going to go check in on that one. I believe I do. I believe I'm going to be joined by League of Legends champion Kubrick. Start a voice call. Check in on Kubrick. See if that one's going to work out or not. I'm setting it. I am now joined by Season 11 League of Legends champion Kubrick. How are you, Kubrick?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Pretty fantastic. Another great night to cast League of Legends. I better go share the screen real fast. Let me turn up. Go
Wonderful.
Go adjust my stream title as well. Streamer technology on this fine evening, but we are in the draft right now.
This is the professionalism I was expecting.
I've never been Mr. Production Value anyways. I'm here for the words in the microphone, the Dota on the screen. That's what I'm here for.
The wordsmith of Lads.
But we got Rubik, Ricky, Brood, Treant Protector, first phase bans, 5-pick Lena, 6-7 Tusk CM, 8 Marana, second phase bans, Enigma Spectre, Ursa, DP Tide, Pango. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Radiant has 2 OP heroes and the Dire has 1 OP hero.
I agree.
So far looking really good for Radiant, especially getting the Lena. That's kind of like a sin in today's patch. Giving away the Lena, it's pretty heavily regarded as the best carry by far in the game right now.
At the very least, Cello's Pizzeria do have a somewhat decent Lena answer. They have that Tusk, who has
That's
that
right.
BKB piercing punch. You can eventually buy the Agnum Scepter as well, so you have the options. Ooh, that's some good. Yeah, again, that's on a third OP hero for Sassy Cephalopods. Is that a fourth OP hero? That's a fourth OP hero! How are they getting
I
away
mean,
with this?
you gotta love the 4 stuns, right? Every hero has a stun.
How do they just like pick Lena Snap Tiny and just how do they get these heroes? I guess
I
there's
don't
too
know,
many good
but
heroes. I don't know. They banned
yeah,
Tide. That's why I got it. They banned the Hobbs Tide. Like, you know what? I'm gonna ban Tide. And I'm just Snap Tiny.
yeah, Hobbs plays a few more heroes than Tide nowadays. But honestly, the Dire lineup's not too bad either. They've got a bit less stuns, but still some decent heroes. I think they just need to be able to get on top of these heroes because the Snapfire, the Marana, the Lena, these aren't heroes that want to go in. They kind of just want to stay back. So if you have heroes that can go in, like this Tusk, like this Primal Beast, you can actually get on top of them and kill them.
Yeah. And I mean, it's gonna be a very brawly game. I can say that with confidence right now. We are no doubt getting some heavy brawl Dota. I know from watching.
Definitely.
I play as Telus Pizzeria. They're a brawling team, and just given some of the players stylistically on Sassy Cephalopods, they will also be a brawling team.
Yeah, no, they definitely like to fight. Especially Hobbs is a big fan of fighting.
Again, it is a good patch to.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, that's certainly a hero that can jump in, like I said, but it's not what you normally want to be seeing this patch. It's a pretty weak hero in general, unless you have a good break for your shard. And you can easily die pre BKB to tiny combos, snap fire ulti, etc.
I see
Any
the
any
idea as well. I just don't like it. Like I see the idea. It's you go in with Tusk, you go in with PB, you blink in on PA, you focus on Melina. I just don't think it's going to work. Maybe,
well,
maybe. I mean, Aftergall likes the PA. He's a noted PA enthusiast. And again, Alliance just picked it in Pro Series. They beat Thunder Awaken with the Phantom Assassin, so it's not like it's a complete dumpster can hero, but again, not considered a great carry right now.
yeah, I suppose Lena does have a passive that makes her pretty strong that you can break with the fan of knives, but
I'm just
doesn't.
concerned again. Snapfire, Tiny, tons of magic damage for the big KB. And again, Lena will buy an MKB. Lena's a good MKB buyer.
No, exactly. No, I
Or
completely
Silver
agree
Edge,
with you.
one of the two. If not, maybe even both. Could be like MKB and Silver Edge.
Yeah, definitely a silver edge though. I think that Cello's Pizzeria has kind of closed themselves in on the draft. Now they're kind of committed to this kind of style. They've clearly shown what kind of tempo they want to be playing at. They've shown their mid, they've shown their safe lane, and they're going to be last picking their offlaner, just like the Radiant as well is going to be last picking their offlaner.
Mm-hmm. And again, this is a situation where if you're at this part of the draft, having 24 pick is just so nice. It is
They
what
might
you
pick a
want.
Beastmaster here.
I wouldn't blame. I would not blame. I'm calling them sassy squids now on. Whoa.
Oh,
So snap
yeah,
three,
it's a
tiny amount
snap
of
free.
subs, puck mid.
That's right. Yeah, because Hobbs doesn't play the tiny, plays the Snapfire.
Ops plays Snapfire now.
Yeah. They've always played Snapfire. Just
Wow.
I wouldn't let him pick it when we were on the team together.
A style hero and not like Beastmaster DP. Not used to this.
Yeah. Well, when we were on team together, the drafting was not necessarily Hobbs doing the drafting.
So Hobbs is pressing the button. So Hobbs, the credit goes to the button
Hobbs
presser, of
definitely
course.
pressing the button. That's for sure.
All right, Turtle Kunkka, good. It's one of those, I like the Cello's Pizzeria picked heroes they're good at and heroes they believe in. Again, Cello, big fan of PB. Africa, big fan of PA. Turtle, big fan of Kunkka. problem is, I think if Sassy Squids play equally well, they just have better heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting that they have now put this Kunkka mid lane. It changes, I think, the power level of Cello's Pizzeria team, and I don't really like it, to be honest. I kind of wish this Tusk was a core, which it doesn't seem like he is anymore.
It's not. It'll be
And
Fortusk.
plus four, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that really weakens their kill potential on this Lina, and I don't really see what this Kunkka brings to the table, other than the rum buff, which is going to help mitigate a lot of this burst damage.
As far as I know, it's simply a comfortable hero for Turtle. Like Turtle had counterpick in mid again. It requires a lot of outplaying from Puck to just have a good time in that lane. So I think Turtle just enjoys the mid matchup, and then it's like, all right, if I can get ahead, I can beat a player like Squid mid, and maybe I can just run around and cause havoc. Maybe that's the idea there, and I get the idea. I get all the ideas Tell Pizzeria are going for. I just disagree with the conclusion they've made.
Yeah, it definitely beats the Puck in lane, I think.
I would assume so. I've talked to Squid. This sounds like a matchup he would definitely not enjoy. And again, Turtle had counterpick. So if you didn't enjoy the matchup, then why'd you grab it, you know?
No, exactly. So you would think it wins the lane. I guess I just question how good it is in the game. You know, you can't really do an X combo on a Puck, for example. And it's a pretty hard game to kind of just run in, walk in as a Kunkka, right?
Yeah.
You normally want to be facing these kinds of heroes like Beastmaster or whatever. Broodmother.
If you are just joining us, welcome to season 12 of League of Legends. It is the group stage. My name is Badger. I am joined by the one, the only, season 11 League of Legends champion Kubrick, former teammate of Hobbs, and we are here for Sassy
True.
Squids, aka Sassy Cephalopods on the Radiant squad, taking on Cello's Pizzeria on the Dire squad. We are just jumping on to game number 1, and you know what? I think we're going to be in for a great time. Some late night lads dotes.
Who are you going with on this one?
I mean, who do I want to win or who do I think will win? I think Radiant.
Who do you think will win?
I think Radiant wins, 100%. I think
100%.
I think Radiant wins like 67%. I should say. I think they just
Okay,
have. I think they've got a slightly better team and they've got slightly better heroes. So I'll give them odds.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake of this draft, honestly, was giving away this Lina. I think that's gonna really end up biting them in the butt.
And teams are giving up the Lina more and more. I mean, people know what Lina does. Lina is counterable. It's one of those things where you just gotta ban it sometimes. You just gotta ban it. Like, even though you can counter it, it's just easier not to.
Yeah, I think in many patches, there's always just like one hero you wanna just get rid of, you know.
I agree.
But I'm excited to see which one of these lanes is gonna find a kill first, because like we said, there's a lot of stuns, and I think both side lanes have a lot of potential for first blood here.
And again, if you want to go bottom, ideally if you're Jinx and Cello, you get 2 first, and then you just go on Lina immediately. Because yeah, no 2 on Morana, no 2 on Lina. That's your best chance. No leap in the Morana, nothing else in the Lina, no Fiery Soul. But the problem is, again, I'm not seeing too many denies in this bottom lane, and again, it's just Jinx tanking an LSA. It won't be a kill, but it's still a lot of damage going over.
Yeah, that's some good harass. It makes sense. You have double ranged against double melee. You're gonna want to push that harass early on with the auto attacks.
So, Noun's very own Gunner, mid laner in the DPC, has said that Avalanche is the best stun in the game. 14-second cooldown, instant stun, long duration AoE. Do you agree with that assessment?
I don't know if it's the best, but it's definitely a very good stun, especially because there's no real counter. You can't just pick like a Tidehunter and get rid of the stun. It persists through because you keep receiving different instances of stuns.
It just kind of does everything, It's fast, it's low cooldown. It's not even that high mana. Like it does everything you want in a stun on a 14-second cooldown.
Yeah, I remember a few years ago when Faith Beyond was big in the scene. He would play position 3 Tiny, get the 25 talent that's not the toss charges but the avalanche cooldown, and pick up an Octarine core, and then he would just be running around spamming Q everywhere. It was great.
That is classic Faith Beyond Dota, one of the all-time greats, just styling on people. But that's how Dota goes sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite players. Love that guy.
Good dodge from Squid. Problem is, Squid has to do that like 25 more times to draw even in this matchup. Like, he has to keep doing that to not even win the win. He has to do this to draw mid evenly.
Yes, Squid's gonna need. Oh, top lane. Oh
He's
yeah,
he's a
Squid's.
okay. Cookie way by Hobbs. Good save there. I got you. I got you. See,
Yeah,
you,
but yeah,
you can
Squid's.
see what I see. You know what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Squid. Squid needs to have like perfect rune control just to tie the lane. You know what I mean? This
Mhm.
is such a Kunkka favored matchup, especially because you can just X yourself and refresh your bottle, etc.
If you are coming from the raid, welcome from the other series. I'm assuming
Welcome.
Logical Steam 120. They did win game one. I'm assuming they also won game two. They were winning when I left to host or to start this. Oh, good career snipe
Oh,
top lane. But again,
love good Curse Snipe.
welcome to game one of Sassy Squids taking on Cello's Pizzeria. But yeah, this is no first blood quite yet. There have been multiple attempts across the map, but no successes quite yet.
Yeah. I guess everyone's a little nervous. First game of the season. Nobody wants to be the first person to feed, right?
That's the problem. Like you and I, we're kindred spirits. We're okay with feeding. You know, we
Oh, it's
sometimes you go in, sometimes you
tactical.
feed. It's about how you feed. You know,
Yeah, it's a mental game at the end of the day.
like we played a scrim and like me and my support died like 38 times combined, and we were still in high spirits. You know, you just die sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, all that matters is the win, right? You can have 30 deaths, but if you win, that's who cares.
We also lost, but that's a different issue.
Oh well, yeah, that's something else.
We were supposed to win that game. We just didn't. We were up like 2 racks, 20k gold, and we just lost.
Ay, ay, ay. Nobody likes that. We're getting some rune control from the supports here as well. We get both fours running in to try and control the 4-minute rune. I don't think the 4-minute rune's gonna matter too much though, compared to the 6-minute rune for this puck. I think that's gonna make or break his lane.
Mm-hmm. So I'll point out, Alaska does not have point in leap right now. That's a bold decision, given you're playing into Tusk PB, who can very easily run you down. You just don't have leap. That's a
There's a
bold
lot of
decision.
confidence in your positioning to not skill leap, especially against shards, right?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. But top lane, we will see our first blood, perhaps. One more from Tiny might do it. He's diving the tower, but no. It's a TP in by, I believe that is Tusk. Shards will hit on Hobbs. Scatterblast hits on both, but the Frostbite into the right click damage to bring down Hobbs. That'll be your first blood going to Cello's Pizzeria.
There it is.
Fox claiming it. And we're going for
Confirmed.
more. It's still Redbot trying to fight, has the Avalanche, but again, it's only on 2. There is no way out but 6 feet under. 2 kills now for Cello's Pizzeria. Over to bottom lane. The one-on-one going on between Cello and Alaska, but no kill for Cello. Alaska simply not. Wait, never mind. This might be it. No, still not it.
Still no Q up. Still on cooldown for the Primal Beast.
Wait a minute. Cello doesn't know Alaska doesn't have leap.
True.
Like, if
And
Cello
you would
knew what we
assume,
knew, that'd be a kill.
for sure. But who would assume a level 3 Mirana doesn't have leap, right?
Exactly. It's mind games at that point. It's just, I mean, this is an arrow. It'll hit.
Okay.
There's no follow-up other than the Starstorm. Cello's still dropping a little bit, however. Onslaught forward into the trample that'll bring down Alaska. Leap would
There we
not have
go.
saved her in that case, actually. Over to mid lane,
I think-
meanwhile, it's a rotation from Jinx. Squid will
think
draw to
Cello
the
did the
rune
math
and
there.
gets it.
Ooh, good regen.
Ooh, that's that important. You mentioned the importance of rune control this game. Squid gets
Yeah,
the minute
that was
6
really good.
regen rune.
Huge. It's not gonna help the puck gank, but it's gonna help the puck at least farm and maintain his lane presence. But yeah, I think the Primal Beast did the math there, realized that the Starstorm did too much damage, and that there's no way this Mirana has leap.
Certainly possible. Or sometimes you just say, you know what? I want to go in and go on the opponents. I just want to
end
go
them.
in on the opponents. It's the calculating thing versus the cerebral thing. Either way,
All right.
both situations would have been the kill. We see rotation top lane by Squid. Squid is 6, has
No ward.
coil. It's a wrap around. I do not believe. Actually, they saw the puck. There's a ping towards the west. As a result, Afterglow will blink away, leaving Fox to die. R.I.P. Crystal Maiden. Unsuccessful rotation from Squid. I believe he did 0 damage to CM there. That's a lot of time used to not get a kill, or even any goal from that.
Yeah, good work by the CM tanking the gank there. That was really tactical. I would say. I'm surprised they don't have a lane ward though on Dire for the safe lane.
Yeah, it's just a nice little sentry ward, no observer ward in the area. Maybe they're just looking to prioritize the wards elsewhere. I'm looking at Dire Vision. They have the ward over here at the western end of the
Yeah.
jungle, and then one in the mid lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane. What's going on bottom lane? It's a snowball forward there
Oh,
on
Lina.
Bloom. Alaska TP back through the bottom lane, but again, this will be a walk away from Tusk and PB. You see TP in by that is Snapfire, but again, it's a hard kill for Hobbs to get, given they're already back in this direction. They're too injured to fight, and they know it. So.
Good read not to push up because I think they're just looking for any stun into Snap ulti.
Well, middle lane, Squid committed in with a coil. May try to secure that 8-minute room, but not lucky at all. Turtle will get it instead.
Yeah, that hurts. This puck doesn't really have a lot of moves. You have to find kills. You can't just sit around and farm mid lane. It's not like you're playing a hero that can carry.
Apparently there are no game sounds on right now. Let me test something real fast.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm not getting any sounds either, but I don't know if that's related.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to. We're trying to get sounds in Dota. Where do I find sounds in Dota? Audio, video, options, hotkeys,
it might
chat wheels. Wait a minute.
If you hear the sounds, but we don't, it might just be something on the OBS side and not on the Dota side.
It's distinctly possible. I'd be surprised though it's not picking it up. Like it should be picking it up right now.
I like these chat wheels though.
Yeah, it is. Good. It's picking up sounds. I'm pretty sure. It is. This man has been too quiet. It was definitely there. It was definitely there. It was probably just I turned it up. It's probably just too quiet.
All right, so far 8 minutes in. Gun to your head. Who's winning this game, Badger?
I mean, I said it before. I'll still commit to the Sassy Squids. Sure, it's a rough start for Squid, but again, we just need one rotation to connect. It's an even game despite two rotations failing. You still backing your boys, or what's the plan here?
I'm still gonna back Hobbs, I think, because I really do believe in this Lina. I think this hero is really strong, and I think this hero is more importantly than really strong. It's kind of like idiot proof. And I say this as a friend of Blue.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's just straight at this point. There's some heroes in Dota that are easier to execute on, both from the mechanical perspective and strategic perspective.
Yeah, 400 move speed with brown boots. It's
a lot of move speed, and more importantly, strategically, you kind of always know what you're doing on Lina. You're being Lina.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see if this puck is able to recover his game. It's certainly a good puck game. As I mentioned, it's just a bad puck lane. And Dire definitely has the heroes to get on top of this Lina. You know, they got the Primal Beast. Once you have BKB, there's nothing to stop you. You have the Tusk with the Blink ulti. You have PA with the Blink in. So you'll definitely be able to get on top of these heroes.
Dota 2 is a fun and balanced game.
All right, you want to know how it's serious casting time?
Oh, sorry. We could do unserious.
No. Using it as a segue. You know, serious casting time when it's the winter. It's like 60 degrees inside, but yet you're hot enough from casting. The jacket comes off. I'm in the t-shirt in 60 degrees right now.
That's you ever seen that movie where Sylvester Stallone has to turn his cap around before arm wrestling?
I never have now.
Oh,
but
no.
I mean, I can see the concept you're going for. I can see the idea.
You gotta, activate.
you gotta get dressed for the occasion. You gotta be in the right mental mode, the right physical mode for casting. And
that's right.
Again, I mean, casting generates heat. Anybody who gets passionate about casting knows it generates heat.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, and if you're nervous about public speaking, then you'll be sweating extra.
I always found it weird. Like, I think it's like a Seinfeld quote where the biggest fear is public speaking, and the second biggest fear is being dead. People would rather be in the coffin than saying the eulogy, but I don't get that. I mean, public speaking's not. Maybe people need to be more willing to make an ass out of themselves. What's the worst case scenario? You publicly speak making an ass out of yourself? Who cares?
Yeah, I guess some people can't handle that.
I don't have. I mean, I'm somebody who's. I'm a guilt based person. I'm not a shame based person. You know, I know if I speak publicly, I'm not shamed if I mess it up. It's a learning experience. You know, like you either succeed or you learn, and sometimes you got to learn.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think it's like a muscle. You just got to practice it, and then eventually you don't get so nervous. It's a lot easier to talk to like strangers and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly, exactly. I have a lot of other problems I practice, but public speaking, not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it would be a strange problem to have for a caster.
Like the one time I actually did get a bit nervous casting is when so let me tell you a story from last Pro Series. Ricky, our cryptic, was supposed to cast, and on less than an hour notice, I was told, "Hey, Ricky is sick. We need you to step in and cast." I was like, "All right, I could do that," but then I realized, wait a minute, it's the Evil Geniuses series, who were our biggest viewer team. It was like
Nice.
12,000 viewers. That was like the one time I was like, "All right, I'm a little bit nervous suddenly." We got 12,000 viewers. I'm a little nervous now. But by
Now you're
like
like,
game
"Oh,
2, I was like, you know what? Who gives a shit? Close the Twitch chat. Who cares if I think I suck? I'm good to go.
yeah, honestly, what, 20 viewers, 20,000 viewers? What's the difference, right?
Exactly. I mean, right now I've got 27 viewers I care about. When I had 12,000 viewers, I probably had about 27 viewers I cared about as well. So you know, it's not the same, not the same level of viewers that whose opinions I value highly.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
We're still paused. We were
Yeah,
told Alaska getting pizza. Apparently, I'm not sure if it's a pizza delivery or if it's a pizza out of the oven. Regardless, there are some pizza based difficulties, which is ironic given they're playing Cello's Pizzeria. I mean, this is.
that is actually, I mean, that might be like a, like a sneak diss. Like, I'm getting the pizza.
I'm not sure what's going on at this point. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm filling dead air. I'm a model professional, but we returned.
What a flex though,
No, we haven't
honestly.
returned.
Downstairs, so already saying they have 2 floors. Wow, what a flex.
I mean, it's it's one of those things where it just depends exact kind of square footage you have. Like, say you have like one room directly above another room. That's suddenly not as impressive. But if you
Oh,
have like
definitely.
like a 2-floor normal sized house, like, oh wow, that's you got property to work with suddenly. You know.
Exactly. Playing from the studio. Wow.
Yeah, actually, so I moved out about 2 weeks ago, and at long last I have a studio. Guess how large my studio is?
Uh Gigantic.
Oh, you've guessed incorrectly. It's 7 by 7 feet. I could literally, I also have a 7 foot wingspan, so I can nearly go from like one wall to the other. Like it's it's
Well, I mean, it
very
sounds like a
small.
great like yoga studio is what you're telling me.
I mean, it's one of those things where
Some
it's like,
badger yoga.
I remember I saw this place. It's like, oh yeah, you get one bedroom, one bathroom, and a walk-in closet. I'm like, wait a minute, walk-in closet? I can cast from that.
Walk-in closet? You mean a second bedroom?
I know. 7 by 7 foot walk-in closet. I'm like, you know what? I could put some soundproofing up, which I did, and I put a bunch of clothes around that for extra soundproofing. And now
It's already a closet, right?
it's good. I mean, this is perfect. This is a great situation, and I'm chilling.
Since it is a closet, you can always just take off your jacket and hang it up right behind you.
I mean, I should have done that actually. It's currently in a pile on the floor, and there's not much floor space either, so it's basically the entire floor space.
Oh no.
We've been paused for long enough. People are wondering what items are there.
We
I'm
got
just
an
gonna,
invis in the bottle. You think this?
yeah.
Okay, how
For
about this?
some,
How many kills do you think this invis is gonna amount to?
so I guess we're putting the over/under line at 0.5. I'm gonna go. I'll actually. I'm gonna say 0 kills. I'm gonna go 0 kills.
You're gonna go 0 kills.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because at this point, think about it, right? They've been paused for I don't even know how long at this point. At least 5 minutes, possibly
I
longer
think.
than that. They have,
Don't
without a
you
doubt.
find that people get kills in these long pauses because people are kind of like they phase out, they don't remember what's going on, they kind of accidentally walk into a gank, right?
think about it, right? What else can they do other than look at mid-lane items like, oh, he has like Invis in his bottle. Squid just lost his minute 8 rune. He has been seething about this Invis rune being in the bottle for like 6.5 minutes in real time. So at this point, Squid's like, hey guys, no rune, Invis, Kunka bottle, unpause, don't die to the gank. Like that's a situation right now for Squid. I'm sure Squid's telling his team like, yo, Invis, in the bottle, don't fucking die or I'm gonna flame you. And I mean, if they die to the Invis bottle gank after literally sitting here and staring at the Invis rune for
I think
this
he
long,
did tell them, but they forgot at this point.
What do you mean she's in a LAN?
In a LAN cafe in 2023? Esports club? Wait, is Alaska?
Okay, Alaska has 43 ping. No. Alaska is in either the US or like Ontario right now. Because Alaska, she has 43 ping, which is not Peru ping. You get 91 ping from Lima to the US. So she's in the US, or perhaps maybe in like Eastern Canada. So she's at like what?
I just don't understand.
But Dasher's lost. What do you mean?
I've never heard of a cyber cafe in these areas though. That's strange.
She delivered a pizza to a cyber cafe. Standing outside this. Oh my god, this is actually. See, it's funny, right?
Well, now, okay. Do you take that into account, right? Because her fingers are gonna be cold. You know, it's gonna be tougher to get back into the game. Maybe you miss a few more arrows because of it. You think these cold hands are gonna have a say in the outcome of this game?
I mean, it's not just the cold hands, but like think about it, right? There's no way they're going to let Alaska eat her pizza, right? We've been waiting here for like about 7 minutes now, right?
So it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna. Not only is it going to be there, she's clearly hungry. If she wasn't hungry, she would have ordered a pizza. It's gonna be there, being hot
and hunger.
Yeah, at that point, it's cold, it's hunger. So you know what? I'm changing my. I'm saying over on 0.5 kills for Invis rune. Alaska is about to fucking die.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a gank bottom. Wait, rated as an obs ward. He's gonna have to use the Invis rune before he walks into that vision on Kunka.
It's tough because he's in between 2 obs wards actually.
Yeah. You're right. I didn't even notice there's another obs ward. So at that point, let's use the from like literally right here, and like that torch at the ramp. Then either one ward or the other will see it. And I guess at that point, it's hard. Yeah.
That'd be sick though if he used it right there.
The thing is, he doesn't. Correction. We've been paused for long enough. He might tune into the stream and see, hey, there's a ward here. There's a ward here. I mean, I'm not sure how ethical Turtle's going to be about this, but.
All right, whoever in this game is watching, stop. Stop it right now. Stop cheating. Come on, you're better than this.
I was tuning into the other cast with Simon, aka twitch.tv/smiles per hour. Again, thanks for the raid, buddy. And I was in the chat. I was talking about Dawson, I was talking about Hobbs, and suddenly in the Twitch chat is Fury, and it's the draft. He's probably shit talking during the draft. I'm like, wait a minute, Fury, shouldn't you not be here right now? Because Fury is the middle laner for pick brood equals no father figure, aka one of the players in the series. So I was like, wait a minute, Fury should not be here right now.
Yeah, I would sometimes go back and watch the VODs and see players in the chat, and I'm like, huh? How are people doing this?
Oh, yeah, like your captain. Your captain, one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually curious.
Not to name names, but you know.
All right, so who's like the captain of your new team now? Is it like you're being the captain now? Is this officially the captain for?
I'm now officially the captain.
Are you the macro genius? Who's the macro genius here?
I was the secret macro genius, but don't tell anyone.
I mean, just like we have 39 viewers. They just all heard that. Why do we? Apparently, we have gained viewers during the pause, which is again usually I run this as like a job, right? Usually when we pause, viewers go down. We lose like anywhere from like dozens to hundreds of viewers. Apparently, when I pause, viewers go up.
You gotta take that as a positive. That means you're so entertaining that the viewers go up during pauses.
What do you mean a random player at the LAN cafe? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way there's another 7K player at some random LAN cafe. Like
it's me. Suddenly, Black Frath appears.
Did you just like get a flight for Black Frath, go across like an entire continent just to stand in for 3.5 minutes on a Marana? Like,
Yeah, we basically had to rename the team Brazil Extraction Team.
dear Lord. So, for those who are just joining us, welcome to Pause. So long story short, pizza delivery for the player on your screen, the Marana.
Actually, hold on, Badger. This is pause 2.
You're correct, but still, the pizza delivery for the player on the screen, Marana, has not gone well. There have been some severe issues with the DoorDash driver and his ability to show up on time and find the correct location, i.e., the two parts of your job. So Alaska, currently not here. Possibly still wants pizza. Currently not playing Dota. We are paused.
Cold.
We are actively paused. We are seeing denying rollers in the all chat. My name, Badger, joined by the Season 11 champion, Kubrick, Sassy Squids, Radiant Side, Cello's Pizzeria, Dire Side. We're still here.
Is someone gonna get rule booked? What's happening?
See, the thing is, I don't enforce the rulebook unless I'm paid to enforce the rulebook. And I am not paid to enforce the rulebook.
Yeah, but nobody pays you, Badger.
I do get paid. It's not from lads.
Just not from lads.
I literally got paid to do a rulebook. Yes, earlier today. That's what I was doing for like 6 hours today.
Just rule booking people.
I literally had to pull out my good friend, the BTS Pro Series 14 rulebook, multiple times today. Because, it's part of my job.
Yeah. Imagine having a job.
I need a better job.
Also, this is very confusing. Alaska lives in Colorado? Make it make sense.
I'm surprised Alaska's getting 43 ping from Colorado. I believe Wildcard, when they team housed in Colorado, were getting like 50 ping to US East. So I'm not sure if they had like a shitty internet line or Alaska's LAN Cafe Esports Center has a great internet line, but
Maybe that's why she's in a esports cafe, because they have like the line.
oh my lord, we're back in the Dota 2 game. We are
There's
here.
a game?
We are back. We are no! You do not say 1 second. We've been paused for like 420 seconds. More than that is playing. We've like 600 seconds.
Bella.
G. There's a G in the chat, Kubrick. There is a G in my chat. My eyes and ears do not deceive me. We have resumed our Dota 2 game. We are back. Where were we? Oh yeah, Invis Rune. There's an Invis Rune in the bottle. Wait, Turtle?
Look, activated?
Here, Laguna Blade. Okay, the Laguna Blade on Jinx. Jinx it up to the Starstorm right now. Turtle's on the way, but he's under the Radiant Observer Ward. They know he's here, so Jinx is dead.
Well, someone did die because of the pause.
Not who we expected. Okay, we are back. The problem with me is, when I play Dota, I get unpaused. I don't know where I am mentally. Same problem when I'm casting. My cam work immediately went to shit there. I'm like, what? There's stuff going on? Oh, Tusk is dead.
I got you.
I'm back. I'm mentally back where I should be. We're back to Dota 2. We've got Squid on the rotation once again. Has Coil available, but again, Afterglow over here, Squid over there. Also under a Dire Observer Ward.
Yeah. Gank over. This puck actually having a very bad game.
Agreed.
More than 1,000 gold beneath his peer.
That's not ideal.
This Invis was popped at a good moment, it seems.
Problem is, it's under a Radiant Ob Sentry combination, so they're aware. Notice it's the Obs here with the Sentry there. It's a fresh Sentry. That was not there earlier. It saw the Invis Kunkka walk under a little bit of time there. Hobbs is still under Tower, but again, this rotation is unlikely to succeed. It'll be a big dive to... Okay, never mind. It's going to be a big dive.
They're going to get him.
It's a 4-man dive. It is rotation in by Alaska, the now pizza-filled Marana, but it's a little bit too late. Snapfire is dead, and Alaska is on the run. Squid's going in. That's a 10-minute haste rune. Coil available, but it's still a 2v4 right now.
They rotated 4 heroes here, so they want to get this tower, or immediately they have to leave the lane. Otherwise, they're just wasting time here.
This is top lane of the funnel B. It's TP's top of the pizzeria. It's delivery time in 30 seconds or less. It's a Stampede onslaught forward on 2, but it's an avalanche to counter from Redbot. Forgot what onslaught was called, but it's okay. The gank has failed.
Yeah, he picked him up and then had to drop him down.
Yeah, I'm ready to rename Onslaught Stampede.
What's his ulti called?
Pulverize.
Pulverize. There we go. Yes. Pizza delivery update. The pizza was delivered. I would like to report that the pizza was in fact mission accomplished, delivered.
So, are we giving Cello's Pizzeria 5 stars in their delivery? With bottom lane, Squidward. Alright, Squidward's fine.
It's fine. Fox is the one that was in trouble.
There's a big bad Kunkka right nearby. You never know what spells might be thrown out.
Yeah, they're setting something up top. They've already moved Bloom up here. They've abandoned the bottom lane. They just have this Puck defending it, which is kind of an interesting play.
Cello's bailing. Might just be a trade of towers. This Radiant T1, it's already dead. So the bottom moment's interesting, because Fox already had the Colonel Squid. X-Mark will get dodge. Torrent as well. So it's not a Turtle, a bit of danger. Coil is available. Avalanche into the toss. Towards Squid under that tower. He'll coil. It's not broken quite yet. Boat will be there for the buff. It'll hit on nobody. Turtle still in danger. Quill now snapped, actually. Blade activated. Squid is low, but Turtle dies first. Now in comes Jinx. Finally trying to bring down the puck, but it's just too late. He's been caught by Hobbs and Redbot. Cookie hits. Jinx will die. 3 kills for the Sassy Squids. They're popping off right now.
That's really unfortunate. Didn't break it the entire time, and at the last minute, just lost it right there. Almost gets the kill there.
Good times were had by the Squids. Bad times were had by Cello's Pizzeria. It's a bad day for pizza.
Bad day for pizza, definitely.
Alaska is going for a solo kill on Fox. Freezing Field comes through, and now Alaska is forced to leap towards Turtle. X-Mark in the Torrent, hits perfectly into the snowball, stun from Jinx. Cookie attempts to reposition, now leap play comes from Alaska. Arrow will be there to follow up on Turtle. Cookie, kisses are on the way, looking to damage Turtle. Turtle is sidestepping and juking. Cello comes into the backlines, looking for Alaska once again. Turtle's still alive. Alaska is running away. Cello cannot find the Pulverize on top. X-Mark will be there. This time on Tiny. Into the Torrent. Dire focus. They want this Tiny. But again, a Cookie is stalled. A 2-man avalanche on top of that one. Squid rotates in. Has the orb forward hitting on 2. Coil is available again on 2. Toss up. Bring down on Cello. Mellow and Turtle is trying to fight. He's tanky, but he's not tanky enough. The boat will come through, but it's dodged. Squid draws forward. Jinx wants to punish. Snowball, but no punch. He's level 5. Avalanche on 2. A triple kill for Tiny. A 4-for-0 rout in favor of the Sassy Squids.
Yeah, that's tough. One team supports have their ultis, other team they don't. So the fight ends up working out in Radiant's favor in the end there. That's really tough, especially because they were so close to killing a lot of these heroes. You just need to land a little, a few more of these spells. Fortunately.
The 4,000 lead already.
Yeah, that's a lot. This Lina is just farming out of her mind, just completely free, running around the jungle with this Maelstrom. And the PA is doing the same, but it's going to take a while for him to catch up in terms of getting the Battle Fury and stuff like that, if that's the direction he's going in, which I'm not sure.
I mean, as it currently stands, he's going for the B Fury. He's a good while away from that, though. Still no component, so...
Yeah, and once you get that, you can start out farming the Lina, maybe, but not before then.
Well, we see the Sassy Squids split their attention. Jinx will be the primary target. Jinx sees the haste rune, wants the haste rune, but alas, he's a little bit too dead to grab it. One more kill for Redbot, who's now 7-1-1. Now the Squid grabbing the haste rune. It's time to parlay that kill into more kills. Smoke on up as 3. Redbot leads the way. But as it currently stands, this gank might get dodged. They'll wrap middle lane. Turtle, use the X-Mark forward. They know it's there. The X-Mark back? No. Arrow, a little bit too early from Alaska, but Turtle's still in a lot of danger right now. Coil will be there on 1. Snap immediately into the avalanche toss from Redbot. Cello wants vengeance. Freezing will be there from Fox on top of that one. But in come the kisses from Hobbs from the back lines. Alaska is up, but the trade is fantastic for Sassy Squids. Already a 2-for-1. They brought down the core hero, and Squid will get away.
Yeah, that's tough, trading out a core for a support like that.
At that point, even if it's like a straight support for core, trade would be bad, but you throw in an extra support on top, not a fun time.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen this Primal Beast bullying heroes in the way that we kind of expect it to happen, and because of that, the Radiant hasn't really had any pressure applied on them. It feels like.
Man, usually you might trade fights like that for your Lina to farm. The problem is the team winning the fights has the Lina farming.
Yeah.
I don't know. This game's looking real good for Sassy Cephalopods, and we said it during the draft. Radiant has more good heroes. And
yeah, no, and it feels like it too. It really does feel like it. It doesn't feel like this CM is doing the same as this Mirana. It doesn't feel like this Tusk is doing the same as this Tiny, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe right. Who's the worst hero on Radiant? Probably Mirana, right? And Mirana's better than like 3 of the dire heroes.
Really, I think Mirana's sick. I think Mirana's a really good hero. I'd say it's Puck actually.
Oh yeah, Puck. I forgot Puck. Puck. You're right. You're right.
I think it's Puck, and it's kind of shown. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right. I forgot. I honestly forgot Puck was in this game, to be honest.
Imagine that.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Hobbs is telling their team, "Come, let's do Roche. I'm here. I didn't get my E, but we should do Roche anyways."
And instead it's middle lane, where it's an avalanche toss blink forward by Redbot into the air, into the coil, into another kill for Redbot. Redbot's godlike, by the way.
Wow, yeah, that's what happens when you get all these last hits.
Hey guys, let's go Roche. No, we're diving for more kills.
Yeah,
we want more.
Like, no. Kick this PA out of the triangle. And they're right. There's no reason to do Roche right now. They're so far ahead. They can still pressure 2 more towers. And there's no reason to let this PA recover and get his BKB, Deso, and all that stuff that he needs.
We're at the point now where, again, it's easily going to be Sassy Squids in the driver's seat. I mean, they've got the Lina, and Lina is about to get a BKB. At that point, it's going to get real difficult. And when you have 2 lives in the Lina, it won't be any easier. There's 4 in the Roshan pit right now.
Yeah, they're going to get the Aegis before the BKB so that they can play a little bit more aggressively. But I would assume they're going to get their second Aegis for the high ground and not attempt for it.
Poor Fox. Fox is inevitably going
Oh,
Kubrick
okay.
blade. Probably not required, but the job has been accomplished.
Yeah, I'm sure Bloom just wanted to get it out of the way. It's been off cooldown for a while.
Yeah, at that point, it's like using a butcher's knife to cut butter. Like, yeah, it can cut butter, but it's a little bit overkill.
Yeah. It's just, you just recently bought this nice butcher knife and you haven't been able to use it.
It's freshly sharpened. The beet's not in stock right now. Gotta use it on something, right? It's just smack the butter. Over to mid lane, Squid's diving the tower of the coil already on Jinx. Jinx will attempt to survive, but again, I don't think 21 Chardas will save him, and it will not. 1 more kill for the side of Sassy Squids. 15 kills now. They're up by 7,000 gold at minute 18. That leads about to grow at the T2 tower mid dying.
Yeah, they have a lot of pushing power with this Lina. And interesting that they kind of left on the puck there, but the Dire doesn't seem interested whatsoever in defending these towers.
I'm not sure they can, but the problem is I'm also not quite sure they can't. Like, they can't defend the towers, but they can't not defend the towers either, because they're going to lose space for heroes to farm. We're seeing it right now. Fox tries to grab some more map space and just gets demolished. Again, 1 more Laguna Blade slicing and 1 more Crystal Maiden death. And we're not done yet. We're seeing a setup bottom lane, but I believe Dire saw the Radiant side TP, so should be escape time for Turtle and Afterglow.
Yeah, good game sense. It's going to be a tough game because Dire doesn't have any natural deep pushers who can safely do it, like a Winter Wyvern, a Coddle, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to have some trouble splitting these waves and defending their high ground, especially if Radiant, advances their lead and then eventually gets a second Aegis with Shard.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, again, it's what I mean by, I mentioned earlier in the game that Lina's like a very simple macro strategic hero, because you just mentioned the exact 12 next minutes of Lina's gameplay, and yet everyone knows that. Everyone in the lobby knows that. Everyone that's watching knows that. It's what Lina's going to do, and it's the correct play.
Yeah,
you can't
and it's just a matter of can you beat it, and then most of the time you just can't. You know what I mean?
going on middle lane, Squidward? He's coiling Turtle. The coil's not snapped, however. Radiant Smoke over, looking back up there, middle laner. But again, it's a bit of a retreat time for Cello's Pizzeria.
Yeah, no follow-up. Maybe like a little bit of a miscommunication there, but Radiant wants to go in anyways.
Wait a minute, Lina is going to solo kill Phantom Assassin. LSA hits! A solo kill for Bloom! Meanwhile, Jinx is dead as well. It's 2 kills across the map. Cello will get away successfully, but it doesn't matter. You lost your PA. In a 1v1. He's just that strong.
Yeah. That's the last thing you want to happen, because this PA is your way back into the game, right?
Yes.
You need this PA to get strong so that when they're high grounding, you can, one-shot these people randomly. But that's not going to happen if you're getting solo killed by this Lina while she's just casually farming.
We're seeing it now. I mean, Squid's poking around, right? I call it the Bumblebee gameplay. You're just going on in, you're kind of like stinging them. You're not going for the kill. You're just stinging them, bothering them. But they're not farming because you're doing that.
Yeah. This Puck hero is like a mosquito. He doesn't really do anything. It's just like annoying, and you got to swat him around sometimes, right?
The problem is eventually you might get malaria, and then you'll die.
Yeah, exactly. But their Dire is really stuck in their base. I don't know if they have any smokes, but they are just stuck here, fully expectant that this is the wave they're gonna try and push the high ground with. But I really doubt that's gonna be the case.
Yeah, it's possible, but again, we definitely want BKB on PA still, and we're not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too late. They're swinging bottom now. There was an opportunity to catch Hobbs here, I think, but
at this point, it's Hobbs now doing the catching. Sure, they might go. Wait. Scatterblast hits on 2, but in comes Lina. Arrow will hit on Turtle from long range. Redbot goes in the back lines. Everybody engages, and it's going to be real good for the side of the Radiant. Fox is dead. The trade is for Redbot, but in comes Big Bad Bloom looking for more. Squid brings down Jinx. Coil on Afterglow, and PA with Laguna bladed down. 3 kills for Sassy Squids, and again, it's a Gleipnir there on Turtle. He's forced to BKB, but he has... There's the TP, okay. So he will get away with the TP, but still, it's now Cello being caught on the east side of the fight again by Colonel Squid. Bloom misses the LSA. Cello will barely get away. But it's a fight win for the side of Sassy Squids, and they want to go high ground. Torn hits on Bloom. Squid is high grounding. Turtle wants to engage, but no! The stun from Hobbs. Squid's in the base. He's incredibly deep. He died as a snowball, but it's just a dead Kunkka. Cello tries to go with the pulverize. Cello wants to go on Hobbs perhaps, but instead it's Hobbs who turns. Cello has to pig pull away. Bloom BKBs just to bring down that T3 tower, and now it's a T3 dead. High ground is being broken, and there's no Kunkka for 30 seconds. And again, it's Squid going in! The Gleipnir! The arrow is dodged, but it's Cello Mello dying, and Cello Mello has a buyback. He might be forced to use it, but it certainly will be buildings taken again. The glyph comes out, but it will be Millerax right here, right now.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I don't
Avalanche!
think
Okay, never mind.
I don't think they would have gone high ground if they hadn't taken that fight by the triangle, by the Dire triangle. But once you get these kills, it's very, it's right next to the enemy base. You can just push up and take a free Rax. That's super good. 24 minutes into the game, 17k up. That's a lot.
I mean, technically the range racks were saved, but it doesn't matter. That's close enough to full set of racks. The thing is, you still haven't solved your problems. PA still no BKB. Lina still is a Lina.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
And this Lina is very far ahead of the PA. This is like a 7k net worth advantage. Just on the Lina PA.
Poor coordination there from Alaska and Redbot in the D ward, but again, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
So good news for pizza-consuming fans. Alaska may be eating pizza very soon. The pizza will not get cold.
Well, I think the pizza got cold just through the delivery process, but...
I hope not. I mean, they have like a hot bag, right, to put it in? One of those like insulated hot bags? Okay, if you get the pizza delivery from the actual pizza place, they'll have a hot bag. And I have to imagine like the Dashers would as well, right? I never used DoorDash, but I have to imagine they would.
Not necessarily.
Right? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
All right, they've zoned in on this Kunkka. They've determined that this is the next target.
For good reason. I mean, he's got BKB TP,
Oh.
but if you use BKB, then you can't fight because you don't have BKB.
He can get out of here.
Got the path. He's got the path. But he knows there could be heroes up here. And by the way, there are heroes up here. Dire don't know that, but there are heroes right here.
Yeah. The Aegis is out, so they can wait for the next Roche, or honestly, they're so far ahead, they can just pressure if they'd like.
Yeah, I mean, again, they have got BKB on Lena. Did I have one on the, nobody else? The other one wants other BKB, so it doesn't really matter. Again, it's Arrow, Cookie, Chain Stun on Phantom Assassin. That's a jump on in by a red bot. Is Pietus dead here? Pietus is dead! What an absolute disaster. Cello wants vengeance, desperately pulverized on Hobbs. It's throwing in everything on Tiny, and Hobbs is Snapfire, but it doesn't even matter. The torrent of the boat comes in. Hobbs may finally die, but it's going to be a fantastic trade again for the Sassy Squids. A 3-for-1 so far. It's Cello and Fox on the run, and Fox most certainly is dead. A 4-for-1. Give him a full 5-man wipe. Cello will try to get away, but Squid wants the dive. Squid will not get the dive, but again, a 4-for-1. Good enough, and they'll parlay that one into Barracks because Lena's absolutely fine. Melee Racks again under attack, and there's a GG at minute 26. They're angry. They know they've lost, and we're headed to game number 2 with a 1-0 lead for the Sassy Cephalopods.
Yeah, that's tough. You know, they maybe could have saved this PA with a snowball, but it was just a tough game. It's rough. They're so far behind. You have to make like the most incredible plays to try and come back in a game like this.
Mm-hmm. The lobby is up now.
Yes.
You know you have to know the password, right? There's no way you don't know the password.
Yeah.
You can figure. I mean, you can figure it out. You have a brain. You have a brain on your shoulders. You're fine.
Sometimes.
If you can't figure it out, you'll get to be in the lobby.
I got you. Let's get it.
I wonder what percentage of that game was pause.
I'd say like at least a third.
Yeah, around a third sounds about right. I can look this up. We have the dota buff. We have the technology. And they tell you how long it's paused for. So we can open up the League of Lads.
I sent you a message, by the way.
Oh my. No comment.
Oh, I did it, but lowercase.
That's the beginner mistake. I always do all caps.
Okay.
You want to know why? It
Why?
makes me different.
True. It makes you, I think, more dramatic, kind of.
If you think about it, in the league description, it's all caps, you know? Not all lowercase.
True,
so I'm sticking with our branding of using capital letters.
Yeah, that is very true. Ay.
And then, yeah, at this point, we're just waiting on Cello's Pizzeria to inevitably pick Dire, because teams generally pick Dire from the pro to the amateur level and have for the last...
We didn't do
9-10 months. I mean, you were the exception, but most teams have
the
the last
Radiant
9-10
players.
months. And you guys picked Radiant in Lads, and Ravens picked Radiant in pro games, but in general, like 90% of players have been going for Dire.
Yeah. We just like to be different, you know.
I get that vibe. I feel your feel.
You know, the Meteor Hammer Rush, all this sort of stuff. You know, we're just trying to have fun.
Of course. Now we're just we're waiting. We are waiting for Cello Pizzeria to give an affirmative G. We have a GWR from Hobbs.
Yeah, which no one understands except for Hobbs.
What?
Everyone is always confused at what GWR is.
Okay, maybe at the amateur level, but at the professional level, people know what GWR means. It's common.
No. I remember we did a DPC qualifier
That's
and
not
nobody
that's not
understood what
professional.
GWR was.
That's not that is high level amateur, possibly semi pro Dota, not professional Dota.
I mean, these people who are in the professional right now was named a Italiano gangster guy. He was like, "What's that?"
There's no. He really Italiano gang. I mean, me and the gangster gonna have to talk then about acronyms.
Yeah. Maybe they don't have GWR in Italy.
Maybe they don't. I don't know. You figure they would, but I mean, I know he's not in Italy.
look at Sassy Cephalopods. First ban, understanding very well how it
Lena
works.
good.
You just ban this hero.
Yeah.
You're not first pick. You just ban this hero. Trust.
And again,
In fact,
likely a good
even if
decision.
you're first pick, you can ban it if you want against me. That's fine.
And I know there's a number of players and lads who justifiably really value Lena. It's a good hero, possibly the best hero in the game right now. Certainly the best carry in the game right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's a tree. Okay, so far so good. Liking the Cello draft. Do you feel that last game was primarily a skill issue or a draft?
I would say it was about 80% draft issue.
80% draft issue? I'm gonna agree with you there.
Like the other 20% would be, bad luck and skill issue.
Because I do think they took some fights poorly, right?
Yeah, for sure. But they also, again, when they're rolling the dice, more outcomes go the way of the team with Lena and Tiny and Sapphire.
Exactly. And again, they've picked up once again Marana Tiny, clearly showing a pattern, showing a formula, if you will.
And again, if you are a drafter, if you are a player in Group Mini, then this is something to keep in mind of these are the heroes this team is playing. But again, there are only so many ban slots. Let's just say for fun, right? You ban Marana Tiny. I don't want to play against Broodmother. I don't want to play against Broodmother, man. That hero is not okay.
Yeah. I mean, Brood, DP, all these are heroes, but it's just a matter of what do you think you can solve easier, right?
I guess it's one of those things where you just ban out whatever OP heroes your team is bad at, and you just grab the other OP heroes, right?
Yeah, and I think this is an interesting approach, which is you go to Tree Enigma, you say, listen, we were weaker, we were losing fights. What if we just go all out on team fights? And so when we all press our buttons, we should be winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because so far, Marana, Tiny press all their buttons, Tree and Enigma press all their buttons. One side's clearly better, right?
Yeah, exactly. Assuming the buttons are being pressed at an equal skill level, then yeah.
Yeah, of course, unless you're like perma-stunned by an arrow.
Or just like missing abilities, just straight up. I mean, again, the best players miss abilities. I saw an Enigma today who had multiple zero-man black holes in the game. This is like a professional Enigma player, 10k MMR, getting money to play Dota, had multiple zero-man black holes in the game. Again, it happens sometimes.
So what do you think Cello's gonna do? You know what I mean?
He's gonna press the buttons, and if he is pressing the buttons correctly, there will be heroes inside his black hole.
So this is interesting. They banned the Naga on the Radiant. That's actually like quite a good ban for the Dire. So that's a little surprising.
It's a thing where I'm guessing Afterglow is a Naga player. Honestly, I haven't done much of scouting on this other group because I'm not in this group. But again, if memory serves, he plays Naga. I don't know if Bloom plays much Naga. And again, if you don't play Naga and the team plays Naga, sometimes you don't want to deal with that wombo combo. I mean, again, Song into like Black Hole Overgrowth is just a lot of things.
Yeah. You can always Song Black Hole, I suppose, similar to the Song and Disruptor ulti.
Mm-hmm. And I know what you mean in terms of like using Song to disrupt the combination, but
yeah,
again, it depends sometimes. Maybe if you don't want it yourself, then just ban it out.
Yeah, true. And I'm assuming Bloom doesn't play it if that's the case, but we'll see.
Either that or Hobbs has a different hero in mind.
Yeah, there's the Beastmaster, which is a Hobbs classic. I do find it a little strange on their drafting order, picking Marana Tiny in the first phase. It seems like they have a very set way they want their supports to play, and if they can get away with it, they will.
And again, it seems to be the quote unquote correct play in terms of how you're supposed to play right now, and it might as well work. You have, these active supports who have kill threat, who can rotate for runes, who can brawl in the lanes, who can brawl in the mid game, who can scale with items but don't necessarily need items. And again, this is the correct way to play, I think.
Yeah, very, very aggressive supports, you could say. So, there's an upside and downside to that. As you saw in the last game, they were getting a bunch of kills, but if they would need a save, for example, then this draft would show some vulnerabilities.
Saves are a social construct. Time is a save. You blink in, you toss your opponent out, or sorry, you toss your teammate out. I mean, that's a save.
Yeah, toss them out of the black hole.
An arrow canceling a black hole, that's a save.
True. Roar to stop the BKB black hole.
And again, it's gonna be a hard game to get black hole off. I mean, avalanche, toss, arrow, roar, dive bomb. That's 5 cancels. One of which goes to BKB, by the way. So it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Go next. Go next.
I've heard this is the Beastmaster counter. It's like the one good carry, or the one good matchup for Clinks, the Beastmaster. But
go next.
I'm not the biggest believer in this hero. I mean, you can kind of see it. The black hole into the arrows, the Treant into the arrows. He's like a really strong laner. The Treant, right? So he can protect the Clinks in lane. It makes some sense.
Doesn't Clinks have like 480 base HP?
Yeah. That's why you need a Treant in your lane to make it possible to lane.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Clinks enthusiast in the current patch. I get the idea. It's a stylistic matchup where you zoom either the boar or can you zoom the hell of the creeper now? Can you
With the CM. So does that mean that this Treant is a 4?
Maybe it's like a CM4 Treant 5?
Because if the CM is 5, which it's quote unquote the counter to Beastmaster because you just freeze the boar. I actually think it's worse if the CM is 5.
The problem is Hobbs keeps drafting good heroes, and Turtle keeps drafting heroes which sometimes are good, but a lot of these heroes are not good. Like game 1, pick bad heroes. Game 2,
it's just a straight up power level issue, right?
Yeah. Like, I get the idea, right? He's picking heroes that his team is comfortable playing. These are heroes where it's like, all right, I'm sure Africa will sit and like, oh, pick me PA, oh, pick me Clinks, but
for sure. But this patch has been out for a long time. Everyone's waiting for it to end. Everybody knows what's good, and the Radiant team has just picked 4 very strong meta heroes, while the Dire has picked maybe 2, 1.5 meta heroes.
Yeah. Again, like Radiant have what, like 4, like I don't know, like say 4 of the 19 best heroes in the patch right now, while Dire have like 1 of those. Maybe Enigma's like number 19. Yeah. CM okay, but not great. Clinks not even okay. I mean, it's not Clinks terrible. But
unpicked in the pro scene.
Yeah, it's not. Actually, was it the only hero? I think correction. Yeah. I think Clinks is the only hero who was unpicked and banned all of DPC Division 1.
It
so
is. It is. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. Maybe okay. Let's play devil's advocate. Maybe Turtle knows something we don't. He picked the Clinks, so maybe there's an interaction.
Don't get me wrong.
Like maybe it's that good against Beastmaster. Maybe it's a hero who can just like buy a Gleipnir or something, or buy a Bloodthorns, destroy this game. Buys a BKB against a Pangolier. Maybe can. I don't know. I'm trying.
Andrew, you're talking to me. I'm going Soul Ring, Shadowblade, Spearbreaker. You know what I mean? Like don't worry. I love wild stuff. I love weird stuff. If they make it work, more power to them. I hope they keep doing it. But the last game, the draft was not very strong. I think that was very clear. And I think in this game, at least, wow, I loved
decision.
This back pick.
Good decision.
But I like the direction of this draft a lot more than the first one because if they're more able to delay the game. Remember I told you they didn't really have heroes that can cut waves or do any of this deep push stuff. Now they do, and they have a good late game. Like no matter what, you can take it late with this Enigma, right?
Hypothetically, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a bit hard this game, considering if you're relying on Enigma for the late game black hole, there are multiple means of piercing through BKB. There's Roar right away, and then Tangled by a Basher. So You need to get both of those heroes either in the black hole or wait till they've used their. If you're correction, you 100% need Pangolier in the black hole, and you need Beastmaster either be in the black hole or have used the roar.
Or you have a Lincoln's, right?
Yeah, it's an option actually. Yeah, if you have Lincoln's on Enigma and Pango's in the black hole, then you're maybe good. But
Yeah.
again, at that point, you're buying what? Greaves, Blink, BKB, Lincoln's, maybe
I
a
don't
pipe.
even think you can afford to go Greaves.
That's the problem. Like if you're not buying Greaves
just gotta
though,
go Blink BKB Lincolns.
the thing is, if you're not buying Greaves, then you're not buying Greaves, and that's bad.
Yeah, it's tough. You better hit those black holes if you're not buying that.
I don't know. I think he is Greaves. I think if I were a betting man, I would bet a lot of money on Cello buying Greaves on Enigma.
It's probably the correct play. How much work do you think that Bat's going to be able to do, though?
A lot. This is a great Batrider game. Batrider Pangolier is an extremely one-sided lane in favor of Pango. Or sorry, in favor of Bat, I should say. Pango players do not enjoy it.
Yeah,
I'm a little
same with
surprised.
Beast.
Yeah, again, it's also good. It's good into all these heroes, really. This is a great Batrider game. The Void is a decent counter. Again, if you can get the Bat in the Chrono, it's not the most durable hero in the game.
It's great in lane.
I think this. I think this is not a back. This is not like a huge back counter. I think Turtle's gonna have a great game here.
Oh, this is a mid bat.
Oh, it's a mid bat. It's a offlane Enigma mid bat. Yeah.
Well, the Radiant has picked a Faceless Void, but has no damage for the bubble, which is always a strange thing when I see it.
I mean, the damage is going to end up being the sups. Like, unironically. Tree Volley, Tiny, Marana buying items, that'll be your damage in Chronosphere.
Did you say Tree Volley Tiny?
Yeah, it's gonna be a third item mags.
third item mags, okay.
Like, unironically, that's what he's probably gonna do this game, to do damage into Chrono, if the game is still competitive.
I would do it, but I don't think Redbot's good.
No, Redbot would definitely do that. What do you mean?
No, I know Redbot. She doesn't do that sort of stuff.
Oh, okay, maybe not. But that's okay. If I'm playing the Tiny, I have Chronosphere. I see my cores with Beastmaster Pango. I'm buying Aghanim Scepter and into a Daedalus.
Yeah, we're psychos though. That's the thing.
Maybe you're right. Actually, you are agreeing with me.
What's the other way of saying it? You know, we go to the beat of our own drum or whatever.
That's the kind of way to put it, yeah. All right, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of the Sassy Cephalopods taking on Cello's Pizzeria on the Radiant side. It is the Sassy Cephalopods, the Hobbs captain's team, the eponymous Colonel Squid team. They won game number 1 in pretty dominant fashion. They're taking on Cello's Pizzeria, who, again, were on the opposite side of that Game 1 beating. They're going to want to at least turn it into a 1-1 draw. It is a 2-game series in the group stage of the Season 12 of League of Lads. My name is Badger. I'm joined by Season 11 champion Kubrick, and hopefully we're going to be in for a fantastic Game 2.
That's right.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, that was some rap god material.
Okay, let's see here. I like this ward immediately from, I believe that was Jinx who placed it. Correction, it was Cello who placed it, but regardless, I like the ward a lot. It gives you a lot of vision. In fact, that they're killing the trees actually means you have even more vision. You're now like vision of this entire area because the trees are dying. Actually, is that a next level play? Where you know they're killing the trees, therefore you get the vision? Like, if they did that...
I think you should have put it even more in the trees.
No, that's a gamble. That's a gamble. You can't do that.
All right, first blood. What team do you think is going to happen?
I believe it will be Tiny getting it in the top lane.
Tiny getting the first blood. Interesting.
Tiny will get first blood on CM in the top lane. That's what that is my prediction.
Wow, no faith on this Treant Protector getting a kill on this Marana. Skilling leap level 4. I
mean, I think Alaska's like 7.4k, right? There's no way she doesn't recognize, hey, it's a tree. I should not get hit by this hero, right? There's no way.
She started with a quelling blade.
Is that look at it. It's a ward, or sorry, a D ward to try to unblock the pole camp, but it misses the obs ward. Jinx was ready, or sorry, Cello was ready.
This was the next level play for sure. In fact, we might as well just give the game to them. Okay, Tiny. I love what Tiny's doing here. Really good.
I mean, I hate it, but it's just the correct play.
Yeah, this is my bread and butter right here. You just grab the lane, and then you run it back. You just farm it.
I hate it so much. I mean, you have to do it if you're playing like all these melee fours. It's so optimal. It's so optimal.
It's too good. It's too good of a play
Yeah,
to
it
not
is.
do it. Fine.
Yeah.
It's such a waste to lane when you could be doing this. In my opinion.
Mhm. And
Another
notice-
another good one is you run it all the way back to the tier 3, and then you stack it, and then you leave.
Ooh, that's
And then
dirty.
the 2 waves are pushing together.
And the problem here too is they weren't ready for the play, so this entire wave of XP is gone. Like if Redbot denied these creeps, there'd be no XP as well. So like it's not good. Sure, Hobbs didn't get the XP,
Hobbs
but
is used to this. Too.
yeah, Hobbs is used to it. I mean, this is what you guys did all
The whole
fucking season. Yeah.
Yeah, we did this the whole season. That's why they're doing it here.
And again, the
I
pro
had to-
players do it for a reason too. It's not like it's just you guys, but it's
No,
It's
exactly.
good. It's very
And
good.
I had to tell Hobbs to do it because Hobbs likes to lane, but I don't like to lane.
That's the problem, right? Laning is an honorable action. If you want to win Dota, you got to be NH, no honor.
Oh, 100%. I'm no honor gaming. So I play Treant, I play techies.
That's why I lose. I play honorable heroes. I play.
You play Abba.
I'm playing Abba.
No.
That's an honor hero. That's like the most honorable hero in Dota, actually.
Oh, this is interesting. Beast versus Clinks. Clinks?
Lynx is in danger. The TP comes through. I believe it's barely in
Oh.
time. Yeah, it's barely in
Yeah.
time.
That
He's
was
still
a risk not
no regen.
using
No
the
regen.
wand first. Oh, kind of a messed up pull here by Redbot. Gets it in the tower range.
Yeah, at least there'll be one creep denied. Not ideal, but it's better than nothing.
Oh, wow. Treant just farming the small camp. Seen this before.
Yeah, again, Alaska made sure it was not blocked, and now it's like, hey, if it's unblocked, I know what time it is. It's hitting things time.
It's farming time.
I just have 98 damage. I'm ready to do things.
Yeah, I mean, and your Q is just like one of the best farming tools at the beginning of the game.
You combine both the Q, both the Q and the W. It's just so potent for just.
Yeah.
Doing
Oh,
things.
Clinks.
The Clink's in danger at top lane. Redbot goes forward. Afterglow is low, but not quite dead yet. One hit away from that first blood. The axes. The axes. No, oh, the axes from long range! First blood going to Beastmaster. Top lane on Clinks.
Afterglow couldn't make up his mind. He ran right, he ran up. In the end, he didn't get far enough.
So 6 cents from Hobbs is is Beastmaster just Hobbs' best hero?
Beastmaster Hobbs' best hero?
Yeah.
I think Tide is Hobbs' best hero.
No, it's Beastmaster.
I'm giving you a scouting tip for every team out there. Tide is his best hero, their best hero, and followed by.
Do not say Batrider. I swear if it's Venomancer. Okay.
It's Venomancer.
I was gonna say if you said Tide into Batrider, you're a paid actor.
No, their Brood is pretty good.
That's Brood. Don't mention Brood around me. I don't want to hear top lane. Axes, Avalanche. Toss is available if the mango is used by Redbot, but Fox will walk away with the Frostbite instead. Axes again. Huge damage from Hobbs, but everyone's A-okay for now.
How's the mid lane going?
It's going. I mean,
Pango's ahead.
What?
Yeah, Pango's ahead.
Why is Pango up in Pango should not be up in CS right now.
I guess the mid lane is a little easier for Pango, but yeah, I would expect with just a little bit of room control, this back should be going crazy because this Pango doesn't even have a bottle. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was talking to an unnamed Div 1 DPC mid laner about this matchup, and he said again, unwinnable, unplayable matchup for Pangolier. So I don't know.
So we're flaming turtle is what you're telling me?
I'm not flaming turtle. I'm shocked. I am perplexed right now. Maybe it's the wrong assessment, but this probably should be going better than this for Batrider. What's going on in the river? It's minute 6 time. You know what time it is. It's time for Sups to rotate mid and ruin the mid laner's day. Squid at the top rune, Sups at the bottom rune. Who will get it? It'll spawn bottom, where I believe it will be Jinx grabbing it. Roll comes out from Squid, looking for a kill on Turtle. Turtle has no lasso, but has that Firefly free padding, yeah.
Oh, CM getting jumped, but nothing going on. This Enigma, as you said, is certainly buying Greaves' first item.
Which sounds correct. It just sounds correct to me. It doesn't matter what hero. I hear Greaves, I'm like, yeah, why not? I was talking about, I think about Hobbs in the Switch chat here. I was just buy Skyrath Greaves. You're playing offering Skyrath, buy Skyrath Greaves. Just buy it every hero.
Greaves, yeah. I'm a big believer of the old 11 style. Just build a Greaves pipe on every hero. It doesn't matter. Play Brood, build Greaves pipe. Play.
It is a 3v3 top lane right now. Lasso is online for Turtle. Turtle will lasso the Beastmaster. Squid tries to turn with a 3-man swashbuckle, but it's already Hobbs dead. Arrow will fly, but it will miss. Sidestepped by Fox. Still a 3v3 top lane, but I believe the fight's... Maybe it's not. Turtle's in danger right now. Redbot has the angle, the avalanche, the toss. It'll be there if needed, but not even needed right now. This is a dead Bat Rider. He's trapped in the trees. He'll escape, but not quite in time. It's 1-for-1 now, but the fight continues. Frostbite on Redbot, but the fight is over.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't have vision, and I guess he just forgot about the Tiny because he ended up getting wrapped around there. What's this tree getting? Nothing yet.
Just currently wands. You know, humble expectations for Jinx currently.
Yeah, playing the mid lane, which is a little strange for a tree. You normally want to be playing those side lanes.
He saw a free mid lane. It's like, you know what? I'm going mid lane. That's my XP now.
There's 4 heroes top now. This is the classic 8-minute rotation.
It is death pack time for Afterglow, so that is the idea. I'm sure you just death packed the creep. You're good to go.
Yeah, they're gonna need some more heroes here if they dive. Because,
yeah, yep. As you mentioned, dive. Easy dive there for Squidward and company. Easy kill on Afterglow, and now they rotate away.
Yeah, I wonder if they want to try and find a kill with this black hole now that they've got it, because I think between the Bat Rider and the Enigma, they should be able to easily kill this Faceless Void if they sync up.
Well, Squid's going on in. Turtle will tank the arrow. Still a hard kill to get, however. And it will be Squid stepping backwards. Turtle grabbing the bounty rune. Squid wants to go with the shield crash in 2 seconds. Frostbite on Pangolier. Avalanche into a toss straight up. No arrow use, still on cooldown. Turtle will lasso. There, the Pango. The Pango is dead. Arrow will split the wickets. Now it's Redbot running away. Tiny has no spells, has merely a brown boots, and now has no HP. Double kill for the Bat Rider. Big turn there for Turtle. A lot of net worth gains.
This is how you dive to a Bat Rider. You just like start making these crazy shenanigans early on in the game, and then you just get run down. No W on the Bat Riders. Surprising.
I'm not a huge connoisseur of bat skill builds, but I guess I'll have to trust you on that one.
Yeah, that is a little surprising. You usually want at least 1 point. But yeah.
Bottom lane Chrono used just to escape. Cello wanted the black hole, but instead it's a roll from Squid on top of that one. Cello wanted the solo kill. But instead, he'll die alone in the trees. He's juking around very well, dodging everything. Wait a minute, shield crash up in 5. There's no way Cello lives here, right? There's no way he lives here. Softbuckle, it's up. It's online. It'll hit, but no, it's no kill. How does Cello live?
That was great.
He should not be. This man should not be alive. And Squid still wants the kill. Squid still wants it.
I think Cello still wants to kill, actually.
Meanwhile, top lane, it's Hobbs who's in danger. Roar's available, but it's not going to matter. Turtle and Jinx run down the Beastmaster. Nice kill there for the Bat and the tree. And bot, we're still looking at Squid. Live Squid POV. He still wants Cello.
What a difference from the first game. Turtle able to have a lot more impact on this Batrider than on the Kunkka, and it's really showing that this hero is a lot better suited for the game.
Yeah, I mean, Batrider, good hero. Oh, the mech! The mech
So
has been
annoying.
finished. But Squid is the one who is in danger. Black hole available.
Black hole?
Black hole committed. It'll be only on one. It's everything being unleashed. With the arsenal unleashed, the mid laner is down and the tip comes out. One nice kill there for Cello's Pizzeria. They stuck Pango into the oven and he came out nice and crispy.
That's what you want to see. You know, I was asking for it, and I'm really glad we got it.
Terrible pizza buns? Oh, black hole, yeah, black hole.
Black hole, black hole, black hole. We got the fairy trinket on the Batrider. That's super good, actually.
Agreed. I mean, it's one of those things. I've seen Batrider players just straight up not grab a tier 2 neutral because of fairy trinket. Like, it's just that good on Bat.
Yeah, so this is like the S tier one you can get on Batrider. Maybe the Tumblr's toy is also really good, but wow, Alaska playing on no HP.
Alaska does not care for her own mortality, I believe. No leap on Marana game 1, no HP game 2. Did Alaska even die game 1? I think Alaska had like 2 deaths game 1, so again,
Yeah,
not a real dyer.
She was taking the deaths for her team quite a bit. All right, well, they're going to get this vision out of the way, which is good. But this is the ideal scenario for a Treant. You just want to stay here and defend a lane for the entire game.
Important ob-centric combination top lane. Spotted out the Moonlight Shadow gank. And as a result, it has failed. Red bot will put down the D ward, but it's too late. It is
good
too
catch,
late.
though. Good game sense to get rid of it. Oh, they're trying to defend top. They got both supports up here.
And again, both supports have their ultimates ready to go, and so is Turtle, actually. Turtle is Lasso. I don't think Radiant know Turtle is here, but at this point, they definitely know if they didn't already.
Yeah, it looks like Radiant failed a few ganks, and they are demoralized, and are now looking to recover their items through farming before they make any plays. And I think that's created a big opening for the Dire to just kind of like take advantage of their big cooldowns like Black Hole and Lasso. They're even going to try and sync up and get this Pango, but he's already sniffed it out.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the things we've had, again, very good game sense from the side of Sassy Squids. And again, we see it again, Squid just dodging the gank. Again, both teams had good game awareness in general this game too. That's why it's been a much more even game. We are coming in on some key items relatively soon. Pango Diffusal not far away. What else is new? Oh, actually, importantly, Tiny Blink will be very soon as well. That's a big item. So you have Pango Diffusal, you have Tiny Blink. You're not that far from the Vlads on Hobbs as well. So you throw in those items, and that's a huge power spike.
Yeah, I think a big part of Hobbs's game, though, is going to be taking this tower before they move to another lane. So I think a lot of this game is going to hinge on the team fight that's going to happen over this tower.
And again, Jinx and Fox doing a great job of keeping this tower alive. A lot of these towers die around like that minute 10, minute 11 mark with the second siege unit, but the third siege unit is about to spawn. It's still alive. Maybe that third siege unit will be what it takes to kill the tower.
Yeah, the CMW is kind of solving this Treant problem with the Beastmaster Helm creep, since she just comes up and freezes it.
Yeah, no towers have died yet. Surprising. Yeah. It's minute 15. There are no dead towers.
Slow game. The last game was pretty much over by the...
No, at this point, last time we were still paused.
True. Well, they've got... Oh, this Pango is in between a bunch of heroes.
Yeah, he's going in on Batrider. The Fusel is finished. Avalanche into the roll, into the toss. But Turtle's not dead. His mech comes through from Cello. Black Hole is online. Redbot will juke to the south, but a Black Hole is there on Colonel Squid. In comes the freezing field, and down goes the Pangolier. One more tip from Cello Mello. 2 Black Holes, 2 Pangolier kills, 2 tips.
Yeah, good target selection for sure. They saw the Tiny, they saw the Pango, and they said, nope, we're going for the mid laner.
We want the Pango. We are
And
making sure he stays on the
they want
endangered
Tiny
list.
now too.
Oh, good TP from Redbot.
Get out!
A timely TP. And again, dying there on Tiny delays that Blink Dagger, so it's important that there's no death there.
Although that did drag the tree away, and that leads to the top tower finally going down, which means Hobbs will now actually play the game and not be stuck here for 16 minutes in the same lane.
Bottom lane Frostbite again on Pangolier, who just respawned. Squid's taking a lot of damage right now. Has Roll on cooldown actually, but he'll barely live, I believe. He's still alive.
Yeah. They have great poke on this dire team. You know, they can do a lot of damage just from far away between the Bat, the CM, and the Clinks.
Mm-hmm. Again, they don't even have all of that poke here, but it's still almost killed Pangolier.
Yeah, imagine that.
You throw in a little more poke, that's a dead Pangolier.
Oh yeah, and this is always going to be an issue because the damage scales on all these heroes pretty well. Tiny is smoked with a blink, by the way.
We are. Oh, you're right. It is. And that's an important. I mentioned the blink earlier. It's important that it's
This
finished.
is the smoke.
Meanwhile, bottom lane is Squidward in danger, and Squidward get lassoed. Colonel Squid down.
Oof.
That is his 4th death of the game.
Bad read.
Unfortunate.
Bad read by these supports to go look for a kill mid lane instead of sticking around bottom.
Chronosphere, it's on Clinks, but it's only Void hitting. The Overgrowth comes in on 2, Arrow will hit on Clinks, but it's not a successful dive so far. Avalanche hits on 3, toss there, brings Clinks towards Mirana in the Void, but it's still after alive. Roar has not been used by Hobbs. This tower, it's the main target right now, but in comes a freezing field. It might kill Bloom. Time Lock barely gets away in time, but in comes a big bad Jinx, blinking forward. The Burning Barrage, but no, it's the Fox damage that brings down Bloom, and now Thalaska looking for vengeance, but that's Flashbuckle plus, or from the Squid, I should say. So now it's a 1-for-1 trade, but still, Squid wants more. Rolling for Afterglow. Squid has no dust, but he's still stunning him. Flashbuckle? Never mind.
All right, that was really good for the Dire. And I think the Radiant are showing kind of the cracks in their gameplay. While the draft may be good, it's not so much better than the Dire draft as it was in the first game that they have the opportunities to get outplayed here.
We're seeing a lot of split Dota right now. And again, both teams still looking for a lot of key items. Both carries are not quite where they are, but at this point, Afterglow's a lot happier, I think, with his items than Bloom is. I mean, he's got the Maelstrom Dragonlance. He's able to fight, and you throw in that Crystallis, and then that's a lot of damage.
He's top it in net worth, and it's gonna make a big deal once they start lining up these ults together with the Searing Arrows. I think you're gonna see a lot of damage coming out, a lot more than they were able to come up with in the last. And they're about to get a Wraith Pact on this Enigma too, which is gonna do a lot versus this Pango, Beast, Void. It's a lot of their damage is gonna be reduced.
Wraith Pact in current year, bold decision from Cello.
No, it's a good Wraith Pact game.
I know, but it's still a bold decision to buy it in current year.
Well, they have 2 cores up here in the top lane. So does that mean they are going to try and get something? I wonder.
We saw a bit of that last game where, again, you get a little bit ahead. You try to poke at that top tier 2 tower, bring it on down. But, again, it's a lot harder to
bottom lane.
It is on 3, Clinks, Tree, and CM. And they're going to run towards Bloom. Jinx has a Blink Dagger. Blink
catch.
Overgrowth into the Burning Barrage, into the Frostbite.
Oh,
Goodbye,
no.
Void.
And the Midas just came off cooldown.
That's if you're a carry player, you are not happy with that.
That hurts.
Like if you're a carry player watching, you know the feeling. It's not a good feeling. Simply tragic. And again, Shell's Pizzeria, they're up to a 1,000 net worth lead, and it might be extended very soon. Turtle's running on forward. Problem is, the main body of this Sassy Squids lineup is in the river, smoking as 4. Void is Chrono when he's alive. This mid T1 has been glyphed. In comes
Not
Redbot,
this Clinks.
has Blink and Avalanche, using it onto Afterglow. Both teams unleash. Roll comes through, but Clinks is dying the black hole. It'll be on to Tiny Dead. The trade for Clinks, a 1-for-1 stuff. A Roar comes in there. Enigma Bahabs dropping his low. Turtle secures the kill. The lasso is there on Colonel Squid and Void. He canceled his TP. There will be no Void in the team fight. Thunderfuckle comes through, but Squid is trying to salvage it right now, but they are! Ancient Thunderhide does too much damage, actually, unironically. And now Jinx is forced to run away. Pig pulling into the trees and TPing away. Somehow, some way, no Void involved. Sassy Squids win the team fights.
The shield crest spell is so annoying, honestly. It was like 80% damage reduction, the whole team fight in the mid lane. And this Pango hero just refused to die. And now they're gonna run in for Roche. And the Bat Rider is not really in position to stop this. We'll see. It seems like they've sniffed it out. Maybe not.
I'm still surprised the fight was won. Like, again, you fight that 4v5. I'm still so surprised.
Yeah.
But again, it's Roshan time. First Roshan of the game. Second Roshan of the series. And the Aegis will go to Colonel Squid. Avalanche hits onto, Arrow misses, toss on Fox. Fox is dead, and Jinx is in a lot of danger. He will also join his teammate. Turtle's TP is just in time. So it's only 2 deaths, but it's still 2 deaths.
Yeah, you need to be able to survive this tiny combo, and they're having a lot of difficulties with that right now. It's a lot of bursts, especially with this Pango and Mirana backing them up.
Ah, man, our good friend, the top tier 2 tower, is in a lot of danger.
Yeah, they have a BKB on Bat Rider now, but it didn't really help them out in the last fight.
Yeah, it's not a particularly great BKB. I mean, you still need to buy the BKB, but into Chrono Roar, it's never a great BKB game.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And again,
that's why the Clinks hasn't opted for it either.
It's Bat's one of those series you just kind of have to buy this game. It's a Bat Rider, but still. We're seeing multiple fights break out right now. One in the mid lane between Cello and Squid, but also in the top lane. Correction, it's a retreat top lane, though. It's a smoke forward. It's a fake back. They sweep middle lane towards Cello and Afterglow. If they go on Clinks, that's the big one right there. In comes Redbot, the 2-man Avalanche. It's a 2-man Chronosphere. Throw in the damage. Get your 2 kills. Clinks is dropping. The dust comes through. It's 2 down. A double kill for Faceless Void. And now, that's a big win right there. That's a huge 2 kill right there.
Good decision making by Radiant. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like the Dire read their movements, even though they could only really be in one of 2 places.
Top lane, Squidward forces the BKB out of Turtle. Turtle still has lasso, and that will be the TP. Back to middle lane, meanwhile, our tower has fallen. It's 1 tier 2 taken. And again, the sweep continues, with Hobbs leading the way towards that outpost area.
How do you feel about the CM hero?
It's okay. No, like Fox likes it, but...
But what do you feel like its impact has been this game? Nothing against Fox. I'm saying the hero, right?
I mean, Frostbite's an okay spell. There's a freezing field kill earlier, so it's got some impact.
That's very true. The Frostbite's been very good. They found the ward, but they're not able to kill it yet with the idol.
Middle lane. Squid's actually he goes forward! Squidward! A bold gambit. He's rolling up right now. The arrow will not hit. Squid is dropping, but no. The Guardian Greaves keeps him alive, and now it's Jinx on the run. The bold gambit has not paid off for either side, but that does create space for Bloom to hit that top tier 2 tower. Eventually, it will die. It would now be 2 tier 2s taken by the Sassy Squids. And again, there still is 2 lives on the Pangolier for 1:40 longer, so we are in for more brawling.
This Treant wants to go Ags after
Oh, 2-man avalanche again. Bat BKB remains on cooldown for 2 more seconds. Squid is chain stunning. Turtle and Cello are both in danger. In comes Bloom. Chrono remains on cooldown. However, now's a turn with after bring down Redbot. Squid is trying to get away, but it's a roar coming through on Turtle as well. Turtle is dropping. The right click's coming through, but not enough to kill the arrow. Will miss. So it ends up being 1 death on Tiny and nothing else. Squid still wants to fight. He's looking to throw away 1 of his lives. But our fight's over.
1 death after all that. Crazy.
He wants the kills. He really does on Squid, but
yeah,
I'm surprised there's only 1
hawk
death.
watching them. They haven't caught it yet.
It's just outside
the Dire needs
range.
to get out on the map and start pushing out these lanes. They can't just sit in their base the whole game. They're not gonna win that way.
Mm-hmm. I guess, I mean, you have Cello leaving the base sometimes. You've got Turtle leaving the base sometimes. They have that idea in mind, but again, it's never easy to do so into Pango, Blink Tiny, Void, Beastmaster.
No, for sure. But they have the heroes. You know, you've got the Bat Rider with the bots. You've got a Treant Protector. You have a Klinks who can run around with Skeleton Walk. Like, you have the heroes to get this done.
Well, the problem is, like, your play to get away is usually in this game, you want the BKB TP. All 3 cores can cancel that now. Pango's Basher finish, so all 3 cores go through BKB. And again, it's still possible, but it's just that much harder.
Yeah, that's why Klinks has opted for this Scotty. He's deemed it's better for his survival.
Oh, Cello, Mellow. Caught mid TP. Roar. Roar was definitely not needed, but Roar was used nonetheless to bring down the Enigma. Nice kill there for the side of Sassy Squids.
That's just the cost of doing business, fortunately.
Mm-hmm. If Turtle can get a counter kill on Alaska, that will be nice. But again, Alaska has teammates, Avalanche, Chronosphere, Arrow, all committed. Bat Rider's way up in the air, but it's now way down in the grave. So again, you parlay 1 core kill into another core kill. Sure, it cost you Roller and it cost you Chrono, but again, it's worth it.
Yeah, it feels like they're getting a little desperate, but I don't think they need to be. You know what I mean? They're not that far behind. They've got the heroes to turn this around. They don't need to be stressing out this much and going for these kinds of plays.
Maybe it was one of those things where it's like, oh, we've got time, right? They're bottom. They're killing our Enigma. We have time to go on this Marana, who's alone right now. Key problem. Marana had a good cadre of teammates not too far away.
Yeah, and with 3 leaps, you know, you can get pretty far away with that.
Maybe after like leap number 2, and I mean in hindsight, yeah, it's obvious, but in the moment, I guess the Bloodlust took Turtle over.
Exactly. Bloodlust.
That is our last outer tower of the Cello Pizzeria side, now in shambles.
Hobbs saying, sweep the map, what this line means.
Mm-hmm. And again, it is that optimal macro play. You sweep the map, you notice, like, all right, Dire, I mean, you know the Cello Pizzeria want to leave their base to farm. If you're doing the sweep, then it's time to stop that. Problem is, Klinks has gotten well behind the sweep. He's at the Radiant buy camp right now, and
as he should be. I'd like to see him just cutting all these lanes, honestly, and forcing some of these heroes back.
Again, that is going to work for Klinks, but it might not work for Jinx. Problem is, Jinx is a little bit too crafty with a Blink Dagger and being a tree protector with 3 tree walking, so
yeah, this is perfect. This is kind of what I wanted to see. You see these heroes on the other side of the map trying to push, but you have these annoying heroes just splitting.
Poor Jinx. They know he's there.
Yeah, that's okay though, because they were forced back to do this, right? On the other side of the map of what their objective is, which is the enemy base.
Again, Squid's going on Turtle bottom. Bash into roll. Perhaps Turtle may attempt the BKB TP, but again, it's a bold play to go for. Cello's on the way with smoke, so is Fox, but again, it's a lasso on Squid. Problem is, in comes the entirety of Sassy Squids. Squid is going to die first, but will there be vengeance?
kill.
Redbot tried to jump on in, now forced to leap to the high ground. Hobbs, Bloom arrived, Chronosphere on 2, Enigma and CM on the inside, but Noah's Afterglow dishing in tons of damage as well. Air will be there on CM. Where's the gem? It's on Bat. Roar's there on CM. It's currently a 3-for-1. Avalanche, toss on Clinks. Turtle is still there, but it's Afterglow who is going to die. He tries to man fight, but there's no way out but 6 feet under. The one key thing is the gem was taken by Turtle. That's a Radiant gem taken by Turtle. But regardless, still a good win there for Sassy Squids.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you get something out of it, but it's really not ideal. You can't afford to be getting chronoed like this, I think. That's easier said than done, obviously.
Of course, of course. It's one of those things, it's obvious advice, but it's still true. Just don't get chronoed.
Yeah, I mean, it's you could, but the thing is, you could almost say the other way around, right? Just don't get black hole, right?
That's true. Because if you get black hole, you can stop the black hole. You can't stop the chrono.
True.
You stun the void. The chrono's still there. It's on the floor. It stays for a bit. The chrono can get, or the black hole can get canceled by literally any of these heroes. There's no BKB on Enigma.
Yeah. I do agree with one Twitch chatter, and it's something that I've been wondering as well throughout this game. The Clink's core item with the new Searing Arrows build is Glype. You need, you make them stick somewhere and then you shoot them, right? And they can't move around because they're stuck somewhere. No Glype near this game for the Clinks. It seems that they are relying completely on the Black Hole, CMW, Tria Ulti, Bat Lasso, which, they have stuff, but seems like that's the idea.
Yeah, perhaps it's a place. I mean, it's good to rely on your teammates, but maybe it's a little bit too little control. I mean, well, we'll have to see. At this point, it's probably too late. Clinks just desperately needs damage.
Yeah.
And he'll do the Daedalus to do that, but... Well, it's definitely not a great prognosis right now for Cello's Pizzeria. They lost Game 1 and are currently down by a moderate degree in Game 2. I wouldn't call it a severe deficit quite yet. Total Plus still gives Pizzeria a 22% chance to win, but it's still, that's like a 1 in 4. That's not too high.
Coming out.
Yeah, wait, Cello has the black hole available. Everybody smoked on the dire side, as you mentioned. And right now, it's Sassy Squids splitting up. So perhaps we'll see a single pickoff or two. And again, every pickoff counts. Dire have vision on Alaska. They know she's up there. They want a better target. They don't want Morana. They want a core kill. Problem, they will not get one. And instead of getting a core kill, it's going to be Roshan dying to the side of the Sassy Cephalopods. Oh, what an absolute disaster. That's the Aegis, that's the Shard, both going to Bloom on the Faceless Void. Now it's fight time, middle lane. The smoke, is that a resmoke? That actually is a resmoke. So 2 smokes committed by Cello's Pizzeria. No fights found, no fights succeeding. And in just like that, it'll be one more sweep by Hobbs and company. Bloom wants kills during the sweep. Time dilation hits on Cello. The TP is attempted. Is there a bash? Correction, no bash needed. Chrono committed. I'm sure Bloom would have rather gotten the bash there, but again, the job has been accomplished. Cello's trying to survive, but it's... You're buying time at that point.
Yeah, Clinks is in position to cut these waves, but opting not to just yet. Finds the Pango's courier. Something, I guess.
Oh no, okay. I thought for a second the bash from Swashbuckle, from that the Agadim's whatever shield crash thing would have been enough to kill Crystal Maiden with the follow-up, but no, Crystal Maiden isn't spared. I thought it'd be like Swashbuckle. Oh, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. The CM dead, Metherak's dead. Still no Enigma. Still no CM. CM has no black hole. No Blink on Enigma, though, so no way to punish. I guess maybe Blink Overgrowth into, like, walk up slowly and Black Hole. That's a hard play to get off.
Yeah. They're doing the fake back play. Great move. Chilling on the high ground invis, waiting for one of these heroes to walk up and just to go back in again.
And we mentioned poke earlier on the Cello's Pizzeria side, but again, the Sassy Squids also have fantastic poke. You just wait for like a dive bombs to stun or a swashbuckle to bash, and you can just initiate with a tiny. Like it's super easy to play like that.
Oh, definitely. Especially once you get the shard on the Beastmaster and this Pango is jacked. Now he has Basher, Ags, Fusel Blade.
Well, Turtle, tanks an avalanche, toss is there as well. Squid is nearby, Basher in hand,
Oh.
lasso. Bring
turn.
Squid towards the tree, but Turtle's still in a lot of danger right now. He'll BKB to dodge the roll stun, but in comes Bloom, in comes Hobbs. Turtle remains in danger, and Turtle now remains in a chain stun. Bash, into stun, into avalanche again! It's a 14-second cooldown, and it's one more Bat Rider dead. And sure, Bat has buyback, but does not have BKB or lasso, so it's bad.
Alright, he's out. Good on Dire for pushing out waves immediately as soon as that happens, but unless they buy back on this Bat Rider, I don't see them defending this lane of rack. It's gonna be rough.
Man, it's already one racks down. The T3 will get glyphed into the Frostbite, but it's purged by, I believe, the Lotus Orb. And now it's... Oh, no! Enigma's super deep inside! Got tossed in, but he's still alive. The Guardian Greaves. So Cello is there. One life is lost on Faceless Void. Squid is manning up on Jinx. Void now returned to the melee. Has Chrono available. BKB committed by Bloom. Just the time walk away. Over to Squid, meanwhile. The dust comes through. But it's a defensive Lotus to keep Squid invis. Over to Turtle, who's respawned into the fight. Now zones away Hobbs. So again, we are back to Radiant, sitting on this high ground area. There's a ward, now dewarded. And we're at a standoff.
Got the tree in armor.
You are right. It is
putting in work.
It is not time to draw boxes with X's in them yet. That is for sure. We can keep the tower alive.
The tree and do his work. Let him cook.
He is definitely. This is perfection. It's a medium rare tower here. It's perfect.
He's resuscitating this tower. It's gonna be back to life soon.
Oh, the problem is in comes Squid into the base. Black Hole and Lasso. A bit of stacking. Black Hole now canceled. In comes Chrono. It's only on 2. But it's also a Squid, actually. Squid's dead in the Chrono. Roar comes in on Afterglow. It's currently a 1-for-1. However, Freezing Field will do a lot of damage to Hobbs. Hobbs will make a to run away, but it's still the right-click damage to bring down the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster are dead. So is Faceless Void. All 3 cores are dead. All 3 cores are dead. Triple kill for Afterglow. And now Alaska is forced to run away. There's still one more leap on Morana, but it's probably going to be a 4th kill.
Get her.
Morana has one more leap in 6. And Turtle wants this kill. Never mind, good juice by Alaska, so she'll get away, but still, all 3 cores dead. Bottom tower still alive. A fantastic turn by Cello's Pizzeria.
For all the Hobbs haters out there, you love to see it.
Yeah, if you were a Cello's Pizzeria fan, you're ready for some bon appetit, then you're in a good place right now. They're finally cooking here. They're cooking finally.
You gotta put it in French to really make it hurt.
We're seeing middle lane is a T2 under attack.
Relic.
Meanwhile, top lane, Red Bot and Alaska combining to bring down Turtle. It's a support combination. It's just too much kill threats. 2 supports, 1 Bat Rider. Now there's no longer a Bat Rider.
Oh no, you hate to see it when supports can get kills on cores like this. That's really scary.
To be fair, it is tiny Morana. They've got a lot of damage, but still, it's not, if you're a Bat, that's demoralizing.
Don't give this to them. This is what they want every game. They just want this tiny Morana.
It's just morale damage if you're Turtle.
Yeah. And this game is like 50% vibes, so you need the morale. Okay, all right. They're getting their neutral items. This Clinks is almost level 25, and then if you get the multi-shot, you can potentially just like solo kill the entire enemy team.
You are a fan of pausing. I got some good news for you.
Oh, nice.
We got another one.
Right.
Another pause.
Finally.
So we've
So
had.
know the lore behind why we're paused right now.
Do you have it or do you want it?
but Hobbs is a school teacher. It's like a boarding school. And at midnight they shut off the internet for the students, for everybody. So they need to switch over to their own private internet just to keep the games going. That's dedication. That's hard work. That's America, baby.
You'd figure they'd have different internet for teachers and students. I know, like from my time working in schools, there's like the Wi-Fi open to everybody, and then like the teacher only Wi-Fi. I'm surprised that Hobbs's boarding school is not the same.
Yeah, they should. I completely agree. It seems like such a silly inconvenience for the adults.
And what can you do? I mean, maybe it's like, all right, you want your adult workers to also go to bed, you know? It's midnight. Go to bed.
I could not work under those conditions.
Neither could I.
All right, they're wrapping. You know, you got 2 bottom, 3 top. They're saying we're taking one of these racks, whether you like it or not, and they're getting the bottom one.
Yeah, the tower is already dead, and the racks are not long behind. Though the melees are barely alive for now.
Chrono.
Okay, now
you really
they're
gotta
dead.
watch out if you're this Clinks. You could just get chronoed right here.
This is there's still no Bat Rider. I think they're waiting for Bat, but
Definitely.
perhaps they're waiting too long.
That.
There's still one set of racks top lane, but we're rapidly running out of barracks to lose. Squid blinks away.
How many team fights does Dire need to win to turn this game around? Because they won 1.
We need at least, I mean, technically 2 could be enough if you win a team fight, force out buybacks, and then win another team fight. But
yeah,
winning 2 fights sounds hard.
They won 1 though, and that was already really impressive.
It's true, but they're further behind now, I think, when they won the last team fight, because they're down 2 racks.
I guess, you know, it just depends on how you want to see it. Because it looked pretty impossible for that team fight, at least. Oh, look at the tree. Beautiful plays. Don't you wish you had a meteor hammer now, sir?
Dude, people, the prognosticators are lads. When they saw your build on tree in the grand finals, they were not high on Kubrick. I'm sure you've watched.
And yet.
100%
win rate in 2 games.
Like, I'm sure you said you watched the cast. I'm sure you listened to some of that. Oh, top lane. Well, you know what, Jinx? You've accomplished your job. You're dead, but you've done your job.
Yeah, you got most of the wave. It's unfortunately a catapult wave. You know, can't have it all. They're knocking though. They're knocking on this door, and they want to be let in. No ages though. No ages. So
This is
anything can
true.
happen.
This is true. Problem is, both teams have their cooldowns, mostly. Bloom is forced to time walk. The tower, I mean, it can be kept alive when Jinx is alive. But Jinx is not alive. Arrow. Will
Am I
miss.
crazy? Can this Void just chrono the Clinks? What's stopping him?
I mean, Clinks does have 3.7k HP right now. Lasso, it's on
Oh.
Pangolier. Big kill if they get it, but Pangolier is never an easy nut to crack. He's already rolled on up the black hole, committed to bring down Pangolier. Cello BKBs to dodge the arrow, and just like that, your high ground siege has been destroyed.
Oh
Wait,
no!
Chronosphere on 3! Oh my! What a fantastic Chrono! It's an overgrowth, but it's put off immediately. The tree volley is on the way in, and now it's Turtle and Cello both dead. Oh no! It's only supports and clings to the fan, and Fox will attempt the freezing through the sharp of the roar, and all the fun on that one. And now it's going to be a dead top set of barracks. It's currently a 4v3 siege. There are no cooldowns for Afterglow, Fox, and Jinx. But there's still a dream. There's a burning barrage. The T3 is dead. But there are still barracks. There are still barracks. Bloom as Manta. He's still standing his ground.
A lot of damage.
Tree volley. That's a lot of damage. Range Rack's dead. There's still one more Rax. There is still one more Rax, but Bloom is still fine. Time walk away. Arrow will miss. Avalanche as well. Dodged by Fox. Bloom time walks in looking to man fight, but he loses the man fight. It's instantly dead. Carry down. Again. A better defense than expected for Cello's Pizzeria. Problem is, it's still death by 1,000 cuts. They're running out of buildings to lose.
This, you know, the only thing left are like the little shrines with the, you know, like the people's Twitch channels on them or whatever, you know.
In that one Netherax. There's no megas. It's not megas yet.
It's
doesn't
not.
matter.
It's not. And honestly, this Clinks is doing more damage than any other core in this game.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
The Clinks haters are eating their words right now.
I'm not eating them yet. I'm not eating the words quite. Yeah, if the comeback happens, maybe I'll eat some words, but meanwhile, top lane.
I do think.
Oh no.
Oh, no!
Good idea. Wrong execution. Squid is. Oh no! You get away with the blink. There's no way he lives here. You can't let him live here. The morale
no
cannot
friends
afford him
nearby.
living here. Okay, there we go. There's your blink lasso. This time, for sure, Squidward is dead. And now, it's Alaska leaping away. So, Void dead, Pangolier dead, Pangolier no buyback, Roshan alive. So the third Roshan might go to the side of Cello's Pizzeria.
It's a lot of
Arrow?
their damage.
Oh, the roar will do the job for now. Problem is, that's still fine. Tree Volley comes through, but it's been canceled. The Hex comes through, the Burning Barrage on top of the Black Hole on 2! And they're both instantly annihilated. Pangolier, Tiny, Morana all dead, and Roshan still alive. It's an Aegis, it's a cheese, it's a refresher, and it will be free.
Okay, is this the comeback? Give it to me straight, Badger. Is this the comeback?
I'm not sure if it is yet, but if there is a comeback, that's how you start it. Like, we are about... If a comeback is like a 4-step program, we're on step 2 now. It's already started. Maybe we're on step 3 now. Again, you get the team fight win. You get the Roshan win. Again, it's one of those things where poor execution earlier on meant that Sassy Cephalopods did not get the megas, and it might be biting them in the ass now.
It's actually bigger than it seems because the whole idea behind the Radiant draft is that you can pop them with the Chrono, but you can't do that anymore. Like this Clinks, despite not having buyback, has an Aegis, so that buyback is not that big of a deal anymore.
I'm scared. I'm even though they're in a 14,000 lead, even though they're up by 2.5 ranks, I'm scared for Sassy Squids.
They were up by 22. They were up by 22 like 5 minutes ago.
The lead has gone down. I mean, the Dota Plus win probability at one point 96%. Currently, only 83%. We're back to like about a 1/6 chance for Chelsea to BKB. Who BKB'd? Fox BKB. That is not the right BKB.
Well, what did the percent go to after that? To the BKB.
What can you do? It went up. The odds of winning for Chelsea 3 went up. BKB on cooldown?
Perfect.
1% higher chance to
That's
win.
what you gotta do. Oh, okay. Top. I think there might be a play going on here.
Surely. Both teams have a lot nearby. But I think both teams are working incomplete vision. Squidward leads the way, and they know he's
Gem.
there.
On the barrel.
Problem is Batrider not with Squidward. Batrider plays at the buy camp on the Dire side.
Yeah. Dire has put the fear in Radiant. You can see it.
No doubt about it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And again, sometimes you get ahead like that, you get confident. And again, I literally played against Cello's Pizzeria, and I got this kind of lead. And sometimes you get confident. You get a little bit too overconfident. And apparently Cello's Pizzeria, maybe they're a good comeback team. They have Cello. Cello's been on a number of comeback teams before. Jinx? Oh no, Jinx has been caught. Goodbye, Tree, and a Chronosphere on Batrider. The Black Hole, it tries to save. Boys on the inside, Arrow comes through, but Turtle steps on the Tree Volley. The refresh, but no! No secondary Black Hole from Cello. Mello, he's dead. Enigma, no buyback, as you mentioned. Bash on Afterglow, in comes Turtle, trying to salvage it, has the lasso, but cannot find Squid. Redbot comes in, tossing up Afterglow into the air, once again lasso, but it's reflected. Overgrowth on 3 heroes. They're desperate, they're trying. The freezing field, Squidward dead, but Afterglow's Hex is bashed, he's dropping, and he's lost 1 life. Turtle Colonel is dead as well. Fox wants to bring down Bloom. Bloom needs to die, but no, the time walk away.
What?
Squidward is back. He bought back. Again, Cello Pizzeria, they're only playing as 3 right now, and Sassy Squids are playing as 5. Both teams committed their buybacks, and now, wait, the gem, somehow the gem was recovered.
Wait, Badger, did you see what happened?
Which thing are you referring to? A lot of things happened.
Tiny got Lotus Orbed, but because Tiny has an Aghanims, the lasso got Lotus Orbed, but with an Aghanims.
Oh, you're right.
So the Clinks was lassoed as well as the bat.
Oh, you're right. You're actually right.
It was so ridiculous.
Wait, Avalanche. Oh no, he's been caught on Clinks. It's gonna be it. The Andis tries to save, but there's just 2 little heroes to fight with. He'll try to perhaps cheese. Afterglow, but he's stunned again. We need to save. Where are the saves? Where is the save? There is no save. He's simply dead with no buyback for 125 seconds. Enigma is back, but the defense is nigh impossible. The Racks are somehow still alive. Kill the fucking Racks already, but no! They're not killing the Racks! They're waiting!
He's in the backpack too. Hurts. Hurts to watch.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There's the dead Racks. That's Megas at minute 49 for Sassy Squids.
X. Minute and a half without the Clinks. I don't know how Radiant doesn't just finish it up here.
The black hole, but it's only on 1. Dash does not come
Basher.
through, but Bloom turns immediately, and they already know. They call the GG. There's not even a full 5-man wipe, but they know it's over. Chronosphere committed, full 5-man wipe. That'll be a 2-0 victory for the Sassy Cephalopods over Cello's Pizzeria.
That was a good game. Really well played by both teams. Second game was a lot closer. That's always nice to see.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, game 2 is fantastic. It was a great Symphony of Spells game 2. And again, I think for Cello's Pizzeria, you're just happy saying, we played competitively 1 game. A lot of people have Sassy Cephalopods as one of the better teams in Group Mini. So again,
for now.
there is plenty of room to adjust. I think a lot of a lot of the problems there are extremely fixable for Cello's Pizzeria. I think this is going to be a very dangerous team going forward. But for Sassy Cephalopods, again, statement game 1 win. A little more shaky game 2, but again, a 2-0 is a 2-0. Great way to start off your season.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely have an idea of what kind of draft they want to be doing, what kind of style they want to be doing, and I think that was apparent from both drafts.
Agreed. So, Kubrick, thank you for coming on and joining me for this 2-0 victory for your former teammate Hobbs and the Sassy Cephalopods. You have any final words for any call-outs, any shout-outs for the people of League of Legends?
Shout out to my team and shout out to you for having me on. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do it again.
You will have to see, but for me, my name is Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, you know where to find me. It's on twitter.com/badger2 or on Discord, badger5713. If you are a pro TO, of course, same place to find me. If you want to hire me and Logical or me and an analyst of your choosing for your DPC or other pro affiliated events. I'll be back for some more lands later this week. I'm sure it will be. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure I'll be there whenever Pro Series allows. And if not that, then after Pro Series. Thank you to Wife for the 5 gifted subs. Really appreciate that one. It's always nice to have the patronage and, of course, the community support from the people. But as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.